are they making a move on the Jamaicans now? Good evening, troll babies, huh? All the Jamaicans were talking about we were taking from them, led by Busta Rhymes and a bunch of others. The Puerto Ricans, a.k.a. the Germans, as we call them back up north, are they now moving in on Jamaican culture? The parade! Eastern Parkway! Holy shit! Good evening, troll babies. How you guys doing? Thank you for stopping by. I'm sipping coffee, all right? And I got some apple slices tonight. I'm still on that fugazi shit. I have not had a drink or a drop of alcohol in 3 weeks, but I'm no quitter. I'll be back later on this week, all right? Okay, Victoria Cruz, legendary, as I said, LGBTQ plus activist, survivor of the Stonewall riots in New York City, in case you don't know. I'm not sure how it's real. Sheepshead Bay and other places, okay? Okay. All right. So that's my top story. In case you don't know, the link and the video is in my community section, the West Indian Day Parade. First, been to Juve yet this weekend. Okay. All right. Good evening. Welcome to the show today. Health figure. This is the Star Report, Sunday evening. And let me say this: the yard man better not ever say boom bye-bye out of his mouth again, or he will be dealt with. Okay, tonight's show, as you can see, the West Indian Day Parade, Crown Heights, where I spent many, many years. Their first transgender Grand March. And a Puerto Rican, a legendary Puerto Rican, at that, in case you don't know, Victoria Cruz, a Stonewall survivor. I have spoken about her in the past, and they gave me an award, you know this already, the LGBTQ plus community, because I know their history, I respect their history. But are they making a move on the Jamaicans now? Good evening, troll babies, huh? All the Jamaicans were talking about we were taking from them, led by Busta Rhymes and a bunch of others. The Puerto Ricans, a.k.a. the Germans, as we call them back up north, are they now moving in on Jamaican culture? The parade! Eastern Parkway! Holy shit! Good evening, troll babies. How you guys doing? Thank you for stopping by. I'm sipping coffee, all right? And I got some apple slices tonight. I'm still on that fugazi shit. I have not had a drink or a drop of alcohol in 3 weeks, but I'm no quitter. I'll be back later on this week, all right? Okay, Victoria Cruz, legendary, as I said, LGBTQ plus activist, survivor of the Stonewall riots in New York City, in case you don't know. I'm not sure how old Victoria is. Gotta be early to mid-70s. But she, or Sharon, whatever you want to consider her, will be parading and sashaying up Eastern Parkway. Oh, and the security will be tight. The police in Brooklyn, New York, they are not going for the dumb shit. Has anybody been to Juve yet this weekend? Okay. All right. Good evening. Welcome to the show that never ends. We're going to talk tonight. First, let me say R.I.P. to Pat Stay. I never met Pat, a legendary battle rapper. He was killed this morning, I guess, late last night. I'm not sure the exact time, up in Nova Scotia. We followed each other on Twitter. Incredible, bars, and even though I never met him personally, he appeared to be a really, really nice guy. I mean, he's had some legendary battles, and I think he just put out a diss track a little over a week ago against aimed at rapper Game. Yes, no, anybody? Pat Stay, 36 years of age. We'll talk about this later if anybody wants to call in, and at some point we may even do a moment of silence. He was worthy of that type of praise, just a great, great battle rapper, and I think I remember him talking about having a daughter. I could be wrong, but we'll talk about that later, right? Also, look at that showrunner. Did Italians contribute to hip-hop? somewhere over the weekend, I saw a young giddy. And I'm not mad at him. He was talking about, I'm sure, there were some contributions, yada, yada, yada. Any merit to what he was saying? Again, I didn't get his name, but someone can please call in, let's acknowledge him. Is there any validity to what he said? He was saying that Italians contributed to hip-hop. Troll babies, let me go to you first. Crown King, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Well, let me just say this. I'm only half Italian, Neapolitan, not to be confused with Sicilian trash. And family and friends used to claim me. When I got on never mind Hot 97. When I got on MTV, I was on MTV for a year. Did a show called The Beat Suite, 5 days a week, 1 hour a day. Oh, cousins started coming out of the woodwork. Hey, Troy, what's up, bro? Claiming me. Now, we didn't fuck with each other like that in the 70s, and as you know, my father didn't want them inside the home. My father was just a straight-up country nigga. You had to, make an appointment to come inside the house. But anyway, they started claiming me. And then when I got on Hot 97, yeah, he's not even into rap music. He's into a rock and roll. So I know how they can be. But here's the thing. Hip-hop, let's keep it real, taken from that Sicilian gangster culture. You've even heard me say that, the Italians, the WAPs, and WAP used to stand for without papers. That's who started your drive-bys in Chicago, shooting innocent people in broad daylight as they were trying to, kill each other. Gonna get an amen if you know your history. That's who started that shit. It wasn't the blacks out in goddamn California. That's who started the goddamn drive-bys, all right? All right, but did Italians contribute to hip-hop? If you're from the New York tri-state area, you do know that there has been tension over the decades. I dated 2 girls in Howard Beach. I had a girlfriend in Sheepshead Bay. And there's other places where, it was filled with tension. And what's the name of that movie Spike Lee did with Wesley Snipes? There's no Spike Lee fan, but what's the name of that movie? Jungle Fever. Jungle Fever. Now that was, exploiting the tension, but a lot of that shit was real. Sheepshead Bay and other places, okay? Okay. All right. So that's my top story. In case you don't know, the link and the videos in my community section, the West Indian Day Parade. First ever transgender Grand Marshal. Is this a good thing? Can I get some Puerto Ricans to tap in? I spoke to Jen Garcia earlier from On the Block with Jen. She might be busy. Maybe she'll tap in. I don't know. Is this a new direction? Have the Jamaicans gotten past all that Chi-Chi-Mon stuff? And what was that group's name? Oh, they came on the Star and Buckwild show back in the days. Was it T.O.K.? Oh, and I squeezed them and I made them say the F-bomb over and over because they didn't even want to say what the song was about. Anybody remember? Was it T.O.K.? Fire and we burn them. Oh, that was crazy. I think it was T.O.K. Let me Google it right quick before we start doing too much here because I got OCD. Chi-Chi-Mon. What year was that? Oh, there it is. Yeah, T.O.K. And one of those little niggas who was in the group, he was zesty as fuck. When they came in for the interview, all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. What year did that song come out? Okay, I don't see, I just see Apple, iHeart. 2001, there you go. 2001. That was a monster hit. Well, in the New York tri-state, I'm not sure about where else, but, so here's my question, amongst other questions tonight. Has the Yardman always been gay? Have they just been suppressing it? Do you know the boogery laws. So let me print that out to him. I'm doing a lot. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. And I would like a yard man to call in and break this down. Men killed under the Buggery Act. Oh my goodness. I gotta print this out. This is a lot right here. Buggery Act 1533. Formerly an art. Buggery. What was that DX21 used to say in Buck Wild? Gunshot for every pussy clot, huh? Oh my goodness, this is gonna change things if you ask me. Okay, print that out. Okay, phone line should be open. Give me a second, guys. I want to make sure I line everything up here before we get rolling. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, are you calling in? Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Sunday night. What a beautiful day I had for those who give a shit. Nice and rainy. Oh, and you know what I have to talk about? Did anybody see Bishop T.D. Jakes this morning? He put his Mac down so hard, and his shoes matched his white beard. Damn! I was pimping. Troll babies. Anybody see or do you pay attention to Bishop T.D. Jakes? I do. I was planning to go see him at the Potter's House. That's his church in Dallas. But then I found out he's going to be here in Atlanta. September the 22nd. Doing something. Woman, thou art loose. Something like that. And he said on his live stream this morning, 48,000 people live watching. He said, please don't try and contact us for tickets. We're sold out. Now's not the time. Niggas got monkeypox, still dying from COVID. Niggas is getting shot every goddamn day, and TD Jakes is telling people, we're sold out. We can't do nothing for you. Please don't bother us. Damn! That is pimping, okay? The Rio Rico Mercado got your donation. Okay, never forget Rory still loves Britney. Speaking of Rory, whoa. Rory, are you out there? I know he's traveling. Rory, does anybody want to chime in about Italians? Did Italians contribute to hip-hop? That's my showrunner. Hey, 2.0, can you sit tight? Sit tight, 2.0.
I got you, son.
Okay. Okay, what is this? Somebody sent me this. Okay, that has nothing to do with tonight's show. And one more cash app before we get rolling. I feel like talking to you tonight. Okay, Blade says Star tried. Whoa. Blade says Star riled up the mob that killed Yusef Hawkins. No, Blade, slow that down. I wasn't even on the radio then. That was 88, 89. No. But Blade, do you know your history? I'm sure you do, because you keep your foot on my neck. Patty Duke, who worked at Hot 97 for, I think, maybe 15 years or more. He worked on the Angie Martinez show. He was in court. I forget if he was convicted of something with regards to the mob that jumped and killed Yusef Hawkins. Did you know that, Blade? Patty Duke from the Angie Martinez show. And they all knew. They all knew at the station. Buck Wild told me one day. Buck Wild used to hang in front of the station every morning. He would go downstairs, take cigarette breaks. He and the program director, Tracy, used to call her the chimney because she smoked so much. So Buck and the chimney are down there, and Buck comes back upstairs and says, yo, you know that white boy, Patty? I said, what about him? He said, yo, he was down with those people that killed Yusef Hawkins. I said, no shit. And I didn't really pay attention at the time because I was trying to get money from the stations. I mean, but I'm just saying, it was no. Thank you, Blade, for your donation, all right? And TJ got your donation. a second. What? TJ says star. The fuck? Of course Italians contributed to rap stage names. Okay, let's have that conversation. Now, I'm not going to say they created nothing, but, you know, contributed, I think that guy, and let's get that young man's name. He's got a valid point. He just popped up on Instagram, and people started letting him have it. All those goddamn rappers, it got so bad. I was on the microphone around 2001 just saying, Jesus Christ, can you stop sucking Italian Tool? Because they all were naming themselves Gotti, Gambino, just it was crazy. Good evening, 240. Are you there? 240.
What's up? What's going on?
How are you, sir? I got 2 titles tonight.
Listen,
Where do you
man.
want to start?
Listen. I'm over here. I live in Brownsville.
Okay, sir, your phone sounds bad. Please, headset, whatever you're doing, I want to hear you. I'm a patient man, but
No.
sounds crazy.
So, my bad. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
There you go. Yes, sir. How are you?
So tonight, I got to take the Eastern Parkway to work.
Come on.
It's crazy, man. People are getting ready. They got it locked down from Rockaway Parkway all the way to Grand Army Plaza. I don't even think a lot of these people know the Grand Marshal's transgender. I think they're gonna lose
They know now, sir. I'm snitching. I'm snitching, my nigga.
The police, listen, the police commissioner said they're gonna have metal detectors at every entrance. Jube is gonna be nuts. Once they find out it's gonna be a transgender Grand Marshal, more fire.
No, sir. No, sir. They ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna learn their place. How old are you, sir? You say you're Brownsville? How old are you?
Brownsville, 34.
Okay. Never ran, never will, right?
Never ran, never will. It's gonna be nuts. But they already got the Parkway locked down. Jube tonight.
Are you foundational Black American, ADOS, Caribbean? What are you, sir? Let's talk that real talk tonight.
Sorry, I'm American. I'm a Black American. I'm not down with all
okay.
so-called woke.
Well, what? No. Sir, if you're American Black, you're by lineage. Never mind the little titles. By lineage, this is your goddamn leg. Don't give those goddamn Jamaicans all that credit. They're gonna learn their fucking place like everybody else. They're not gonna touch that goddamn transgender.
Listen, son, I can't wait till Kingston Avenue shut down that West Indian parade. I'm waiting for the Jews to come shut them down. Any minute. I don't want them to have no parade every year.
Let's go.
They disrespect us every year, talking about, back home. Back home, you don't even have warm water.
Right.
Back home, you have solid milk.
Yeah.
So we need to shut that parade down. I can't wait.
Respect the jokes. The Germans are now moving in on the goddamn
Listen, I'm surprised the Jews still let them do that on Kingston Avenue. They let them walk past Kingston Avenue. All that noise going on, I'm surprised.
Well, now, hang on a second. So you say you're how old again? How old are you?
34.
Okay. The history of the parade, in case you don't know, early 70s, if I'm not mistaken. Something happened up in the 60s. They revoked the license. I forget which parade. Then they moved it to Brooklyn, early 70s. That parade makes a lot of goddamn money. So the Hasidic and the Ashkenazis don't have a choice. They've been trying to kick up dust over the decades to stop it. It makes too much money for the city. Now you have a legendary, let's put some respect on Victoria Cruz's name, legendary Puerto Rican transgender Grand Marshal. Those Jamaicans will bow down, kiss the ring. They will get money because they are capitalists too, and this will be a brand new day. Do the last word.
I don't have nothing to say, man. Times has changed. They shut the parade down, but I tell you one thing, you never know. Like you said, I'm thinking that people don't know it's gonna be a transgender Grand Marshal, but while she's walking down Eastern Parkway, you never know. Them dudes that be about people and all that, they may say, "Vogue, girl, vogue."
Yeah. So listen, you know that the yard man is with that Fosse whole shit too. He's with it. You don't want to respond to that. Can I get a yard man on the line tonight? Or you gonna learn your place? Goddamn Puerto Rocks have moved in. Why don't I see the phone lines popping? You ain't scared, are you? You ain't scared, are you? If you're scared, go to church. Rebel of Hip Hop, thank you for your donation. Hold on a second. Maybe this Italian mafia inspired some hip hop styles like mafioso, rap, the firm, right? Cool G rap, right. White boys in Howard Beach, fuck with 90s hip hop heavy. Listen. Who remembers the Star and Buck Wild Show 2006 on Power 105? We screaming, free Fat Nick! Free Fat Nick! Big Eye Key tapping in, I got your donation. Thank you very much for your support as always. Hey Blade, you sent me an email earlier. What was that about? Hold on a second. I wanted to respond. Hold on, was it Blade, what was your email about earlier? Give me a second, guys, because I tip on my hold on. I want to talk about Tasha K and Jessica Reed as well. I've got a lot going on, guys. Give me a second. Is this it, Blade? Folks, I don't know what's going on with Larsa Pippen and Michael Jordan's son, Marcus, and I don't care. Give it, goddamn. Okay, Blade, you sent me an old link about Tila Tequila. Blade, I don't care about that broad, man. I was posting some of her videos last year in my community section. She's talking crazy. She's calling black women nappy-headed and all sorts of shit. She's quoting the Bible. And yeah, her life has gone from sugar to shit. But at the same time, niggas were amping her, were gassing her up back in the day. Yes, they were. Niggas were gassing her up, okay? Wait, send another donation. 702, sit tight. 702, sit tight. Sit tight, okay. Okay, now I knew Buck was extorting him. Yeah, Blade says he knows. Oh, so you're saying Buck was extorting Patty Duke? I don't know. Possibly. Buck has always been a grimy Brooklyn nigga. My nigga for real. But if he finds out something, yeah, he'll press it. Oh shit, 702. Is that my nigga?
Yes, it is.
Well, Jen, I'm your nigga tonight. Are we repping Puerto Ricans moving in on Jamaicans? You know the backstory? We spoke earlier. What's cracking, Jen? Let's go. Victoria Cruz.
Victoria Cruz, okay. That Puerto Rican queen put respect on her name. Respect is paid.
Jen, your phone sounds a little crazy.
Tonight.
Your phone sounds a little different. Can you make some adjustments so I can hear you? Hello?
Yeah, hold on.
Give it a second.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better. Go ahead. Okay, you were saying?
Yeah, I was saying put some respect with a K on Victoria Cruz, okay? That Puerto Rican queen is representing, and I agree with you. Ain't nobody gonna do shit. That's right. Okay? They're gonna go, they're gonna enjoy, they're gonna fuck. Okay, they're gonna grind, they're gonna dance, and they're gonna go home. Ain't nobody doing jack.
Damn thing, yeah. Born in 1945, either 75 or 76 years of age, a Stonewall survivor. Legendary. Most people are not even up to speed on this, and when I went to the news video, all the comments were off. Did you see the video? Not that you had to, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think it's well deserved. I don't know who else could rep the way she could rep. So I'm glad that she's doing it. I'll be watching on TV or whatever I can get the footage, but I don't think there's going to be, I know that whole stigma and all that, with Jamaicans and West Indians and blah, 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 and LGBTQ, but I don't think there's going to be any smoke behind it. I think people are going to enjoy it. It's the sign of the times. Here we are. And people just got to move on and get over it. She is legendary. She paid her dues. She deserves to be there. So I'll be waving my Puerto Rican flag.
Have you ever been to the West
In
Indian?
the name.
Have you ever been to the West Indian?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I have. I was on a float. I got pictures and everything. I was on the damn float.
Okay. I used to charge
yes,
people.
I was.
Because my office and where I lived was 824 St. John's, right off of Nostrand in St. John's. I used every year for about maybe 7 years. I used to charge people to use the bathroom on the first floor of my office in the arcade. We had a sign, restroom, $1.50.
Yeah. Capitalism.
Yeah, you goddamn right. So,
I think this is dope. I'm really proud of her. I think this is dope. You know what I mean? You can't get rid of the Puerto Ricans no matter how much you try. We are here with our flags in hand. I'm proud of her. I'm happy. It's well deserved. It's long overdue. And people are going to accept it. They're going to talk. You know what I mean? They're going to fuss, but they're going to accept it. This is where we are now. Period. This is where we are.
all right, so now you are a proud Puerto Rican, Jen, and you know everybody on this show gets it, so don't ever take anything personal. But I have to ask you, is the Latin community, are they making their moves now? Are they making their moves? It's pretty soon they're going to be saying, hey, we want representation. We want reparations. You know, African Americans, they've been asking for it, but goddamn it, we demand it. And now they're moving in on the West Indian Day Parade. Is this something you feel that we should know?
No, I don't think we'd ever ask for reparations. As far as moving into the West Indian Day Parade, I mean, you know, it's all Caribbean, so it's all in the family, right? The Caribbean, Puerto Rico, and Jamaica, and Bahamas, like we're all the same. We're all in the same soup, so to speak. So it's just family hanging out with family. So I don't think it's an invasion. We all eat coconuts, right?
You say so.
We all eat mango. So it's just, you know, it's family hanging out. If you ask me, when I went, I felt like I was with family on that float. So that's how we do. That's how we do. We don't divide and say your group over there, your group over there.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
You could swim and you eat mango and coconut, then you family. You eat fried banana, you family.
That sounds hot, and with all due respect, Jamaicans are being forced out of Jamaica. Chinese are taking over that goddamn island. So with respect to this is a landmark thing going on here again with the Victoria Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that West Indians, you think, will they feel some type of way because of the history of the buggery laws, the resisting the homosexual lifestyle and behavior, or again, you just feel they have to accept it? It's a brand new day, get used to it.
Like what I hope will happen is different from what I think will happen. I think the older West Indian folks, the elders, they're gonna have something to say. Like they're gonna raise hell. They are gonna raise hell. But I think the people at the West Indian Day Parade at this point now, they're younger generation and more accepting. But yeah, they're gonna raise hell. They're not gonna greet Victoria Cruise with open arms. I doubt it, because of the stigma, you know, of the LGBTQ and all of that on the island. But you know, I think they're gonna be, you know, bitching, so to speak, from their homes, on their couches, right? That's what I think.
But they're powerless.
Without a hitch.
They're powerless, so they're gonna fall into get in line, and it's just some new shit. Hey, are you doing a show
Yeah,
tonight?
no, I mean the party. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go catch this Ruiz fight. I wanna go see that real quick. I don't.
Ruiz.
It's over.
It's Ruiz.
Ruiz.
Have you ever
You
been?
saw that? My oppression was kicking in. I said Ruiz. It's Ruiz.
Have you ever been
Ruiz.
to Jamaica? You been to Jamaica?
No, not yet. I've been to Turks and Caicos. No, I haven't been
Oh.
to Jamaica yet.
Upscale.
I've been to Turks.
Upscale and fancy.
Yes, I've been to Turks. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I wanted to talk really quickly. I got one thing to say about your showrunner. Did Italians influence or
Let's go, yeah.
contribute to hip hop?
Contribute to hip hop. Come on.
Because this is what I gotta say. There's so many, you know, black rappers or FBA, whatever you want to call them, or melanated rappers named after Italians.
Yeah.
How dare you say Italians didn't contribute? How dare you? You got Capone and what's the other guy? You got Gotti, and you cannot say Italians didn't contribute if y'all all running around with their names.
And
That's what I gotta say.
Wu Gambinos, you know, I mean, the whole Not just.
Childish Gambino. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Childish Gambino.
So should we
They
say?
call me Paisano.
Should we say that black people steal from Italians in hip hop?
Yes. It's definitely cultural appropriation. Yes.
I like
It's
that.
absolutely cultural appropriation. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Italians should stand up and do a hostile takeover and get their names back.
Okay. Hey, good to talk to you. And you're going live again when? This week? Imagine.
Yeah, definitely this week. I'll be back on Monday. If you missed it, I did Puerto Ricans and hip hop with all the Puerto Ricans legend on the last stream. I had Big Daddy Kane, Grandmaster Cass. Everybody was over there.
Nice.
Crazy Legs,
Nice.
Tony Touch, Whipper Whip,
Okay.
Joe Conzo.
Contributors.
Stuff. It was really dope.
Contributors. Good guys. Contributors.
Yeah.
All right.
Creators!
So say you. But have a great night, Jen. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you. Good night.
Bye now. On the Block with Jen. Check her out. Subscribe. All right. West Indian Day Parade. Yeah, don't all get at me at once. Let me go to the troll babies. Have the Jamaicans been caught off guard here? To start catching with the uppercut. Hold on a second, guys. Robert, I got your donation. I don't see a message, but thank you for your support, sir. And guys, at the top of the live chat is the information to hit the like button, and if you want to send in a PayPal donation, there's the information. Okay. Is it Jacob? Star, keep repping the real. All right, thank you, sir. Thank you. Hey, let me mention something here before I forget. Tasha K and Jessica Reed. The sit down, the discussion. That was a meeting that needed to happen. It needed to happen. How did it happen? I made it happen. They needed to talk, and it was a great sit down. The two of them have a lot in common, and I want to thank Tasha. She handled that interview with such professionalism, such care, such honesty, and as you may or may not know, I broke the story originally when I interviewed Jessica Reed, and she's been through a lot, and she's still going through a lot. I am only here to help her, not, advise her or guide her. She's a smart woman. She's a mother. She's a career girl. And the discussion that they had was only a discussion that two females could have. I interviewed Jessica, yes. And I've already told you how that happened. At first, I was like, I don't know. Because I just didn't want that Breakfast Club affiliation. I had no beef, no issues, no scores to settle. But when they came back with the paperwork and the proof from the South Carolina Medical Examiner's Office that Jessica Reed was raped, I had to interview her. I had to assist her with telling her story. So, go to Unwind with Tasha K and try to be objective and just listen. Listen to them. There was no editing. It was just a 3-hour discussion. I thought it was beautiful. Beautiful. Again, I couldn't have done that type of sit down with Jessica Reed. She needed to talk to another woman and get it all out. And I thought that, again, it was just a great, great discussion. I wasn't even there. I just got them on the phone together. I'll just say that, okay? All right, sit tight, guys. I'm coming to the phones. What else I'm going to mention here? Oh, you know what? Hold it a second, guys. Let's do the right thing. This is from the heart. This is from the heart. Can we take a moment of silence for Pat Stay? Never met him, but I liked his demeanor, his impact, his presence is well known. 36 years of age, he was in some type of altercation. He was stabbed. And as I said, we follow each other on social media. A lot of respect for this young man. He will be missed, but let's take a moment of silence for those of you who are into battle rap like myself. Okay. Welcome back. All right. Gorilla Zoe, I got your donation. Gorilla Zoe says, Jen, I'm Haitian, but keep that bussy talk in Puerto Rico. We ain't family. Then he calls it a name. Thank you, Gorilla Zoe. Tony Touch, or someone impersonating Tony Touch. Yankee Boy Star. You black Americans are way more zesty than us Jamaicans with all you pegging and chi-chi mans, right? Fuck out of here. Okay, low prestige, tapping in. R.I.P. legendary battle rapper Pat Stay, yes. He says, I was on Eastern Parkway today, and it looked like they were gearing up for the rainbow antics. To me, yeah. I think I read this one, Rebel of Hip Hop. Thank you so much for your contribution. Hey guys, also, let me change my screen because we're going to be doing something different with the advertisers and sponsors. So now's the time to get at me. Here's my email information. And I say this with all due respect. Please do not DM me on Instagram. I don't even check IG DMs like that. Okay? There is my email information for advertising and live reads. You know what live reads are? Live reads are when the host personally endorses your products. If you have products, you can always mail me the products so I can sample them, hold them up on the screen like I do with a lot of my sponsors. And we can do things other than just put you in the community section. We can pin your link to the top of the comments 2-3 times a week. All right, there's my email information. Pardon me. All right. 209. Sit tight. I'll be right back. Sit tight. 209. Okay. Okay, if you're sending in a donation, cool. Please just don't email me like we're friends. We're not. Is that my homie King Simon? Are you calling in, sir? King Simon. Peace, King Simon. Are you calling in? I got your email. You can email me, sir. What's going on, King Simon? A Puerto Rican.
What up?
Transgender. Now the Grand Marshal. Not just any Puerto Rican. Let's get it straight. And if you are Puerto Rican watching this live stream or the rebroadcast, Victoria Cruz is up. King Legend, okay?
I didn't think you were gonna stop by.
Warehouse Entertainment got you donation.
Listening in on
Italian's only contribution was hiding Patty
that
Duke.
broadcast I was telling you about.
Okay. Some goofy ass email. Fuck out of here. Niggas always trying to line me up. Okay, King Simon says during the 1920s in New York,
How you doing today? Happy Monday.
Yes, I'm aware of that, King Simon, but I'm talking about now in modern times. Didn't the parade kick off in Brooklyn in the early 70s? I forget, King Simon.
Good.
I've been to so many guys
No problems.
Day parades and Crown
I
Heights.
did a couple of rides, came back in. I was just thinking about going back out.
Too much music. Fuck Wild, all his friends used to be on the goddamn tractor trailers.
Number 5 or something. I don't know.
Smoking, drinking, hooping and hollering. Okay. Ricky Rick tapping in. Niggas are mad. Big Pun is better than Biggie. Big Pun was my guy, Christopher Rios. You know, I liked Biggie, Christopher Wallace, but I thought that
Big Pun was
lyrically,
better than Biggie. I believe I'll go for that. I'll agree to that.
Thank
How
you
was
for
your
your
day?
donation, Ricky Rick, all right? And more house entertainers. Again, says every dollar is towards getting Jen the fuck out of here. Well, we gotta hit the $500 mark if I'm gonna sit Jen down for 30 days. You know, I am a capitalist, all right? 209, good evening, good evening, good evening. Are you there? 2.
Yo, what's up, my nigga?
My nigga, Randy, was cracking. Let's get to it.
Not much chilling. Just wanted to chime in on how, you know, the gays are, the Hispanics are leading the charge for the LGBTQ plus community, you know?
They've
No.
moved in on the Jamaicans now. The Jamaicans were defending Puerto Rico. Nah, they was there. They created.
He was
hip-hop.
more lyrical.
I want to hear from Jamaicans tonight.
He was a lot more
They're
lyrical.
fucking quiet. What's going on?
They gonna say, we now with that fucking man thing, eh?
I mean, Biggie may have had more
But,
fame.
I mean, all Caribbeans are
Possibly.
living nowadays, you know?
Say it again, Randy, louder.
Probably.
You Dominican. Say it again.
But I
All
think
Caribbeans are a little
and, you
gay
know,
nowadays.
I'm
All
just
these
being
little
fair.
niggas walk around with skinny jeans,
I listen to Big
crop
Pun music.
tops, looking up
I
to
just
Bad
listen to
Bunny.
something
They all got
he put
different
out.
types, bro.
I re-listened to
Little
some of
Sassy.
his and Fat Joe shit, and I don't even like Fat Joe. But
Raised by their mamas to be like that, or their
if you
sisters.
go and listen to
If you had to,
But yeah.
if you had to guess, would you say that there's more
all of
Of a
Big Pun's work and
Latin-
all of Biggie's work,
promotion of the gay
respectfully, I think
lifestyle?
you'd have to say Big
Or,
Pun
or,
was
or,
more
or is it
lyrical.
more of a African
Now,
American
Biggie may have been more famous.
acceptance and
I'll say
Say
in
it
the,
again.
But
in the
Big Pun was
mainstream
more
eye,
lyrical than
in my opinion, I'll say Latin because most of the main characters on television that are represented, even if they're straight, they're a little feminine, and their mannerisms and the characters are a little gay.
The way Biggie was
So,
able to tell a story
yeah.
around the beat was like, no.
But when I saw the article of the Puerto
I don't believe
Rican
that.
marshal, there was a black young man that, you know, introduced her. He was like that they met on the 2 train, and they've been close ever since. So they
Now
go
you're
then
talking
again,
about that Jamaican guy. He's
I know
part of
plenty
the
of people who can ride a
council
beat, so
for the goddamn Eastern Parkway parade.
I never
He
gave
He
Biggie
brought Victoria Cruz in. They met on the train.
Yeah.
I think in
any props
2018.
because how he
So,
rode the
so
beat
this
and
wasn't like
flow.
white people
For me, it's
doing
what
this.
you
This
say.
was a Jamaican who brought
Caribbean.
brought Victoria in. Go ahead, go ahead.
And the
He
beat.
saw her. He saw,
I mean, you know, Biggie wasn't.
you know, chick with a
Biggie
tool,
wasn't a
and he saw
superstar in my
himself
eye.
in her, and
When
so
I came
he
back to
could
America
represent
in
us as a
2000
you
and
know,
it
we
was
had
him
a
and
vision.
Tupac, I didn't see
And we
either
just saw
one
his
of them
vision unfold today.
as the superstar that everybody
I
else saw
think
them
he's-
as.
And then
He's going to be
But then
celebrated.
again, I hadn't been here for the last 7 years, and a
He's
lot of the
gonna be,
artists that I was accustomed to and that I looked up to wasn't even in music
I'm not
anymore.
hating. I'm just you know, I want to hear from Jamaicans.
And we heard him
I
in a
want to hear
freestyle.
what they've
Who?
got to say. I need Yardman to tap in.
Biggie?
Okay, Randy, you were saying, go ahead.
I've heard them both in freestyles.
oh yeah, I also wanted to touch on did the Italians contribute to hip hop? Yeah, with
Yes.
influence, you know.
Let me get back to that. Go ahead.
A lot of Mob Deep, you know, a lot of rappers, especially in the gangster rap era, used to big up those spaghetti eating fucking light skinned niggas, those snitches, those in the closeted homosexual mobsters. They always big up the Costa Nostra when it comes to like gang culture. They big up all those fools. And yeah. They'll big up the Italians before they big up anyone else, you know, because they watched what is it, that movie that everybody loves?
The
The Godfather.
Godfather.
Oh yeah, The Godfather was detrimental in my life. It's taught me.
There's a scene in The Godfather when the bosses are talking, and they're talking about let the animals, the blacks, sell the drugs. They don't have souls anyway. They say that in the goddamn film. 1972.
Biggie.
They say it right there.
Yeah. And they still admired them
Still
on the
admire them.
television screen, you know. They looked at them like, oh my God, this is what we need. We need organization in our pride. It's disgusting. I just wanted to say that.
All right. Hey, man, good to hear from you. Anything else going on in the world of media that
Me neither.
piques your interest?
Oh, I wanted to let you
This
know
kid gets on my nerves
the
all the
Black
time.
Lives Matter
Oh,
founder
yeah. Nice.
has
The
been
guy he's
accused
got on
of
the
giving
call.
another 10 Yo, what is up with that organization, man? Oh my God.
I think that's regular shit now.
He has a lot of hate. He has a lot of our
founders,
in my opinion,
organizers.
cultural
I think $10
hate.
million they're accusing him
They call it. Again,
of
he's a
allegedly
capitalist, so he just adheres to the
stealing.
money. And he's part Italian.
I'll say it's
Stop.
more. You
He's
can't
part
trust a
black,
nigga
part
with a book.
Italian. And
Well, that's what the report is saying, 10 million. But
there'll be
yeah,
times that
check
I'll
that
tune
out a little
in.
bit more.
I'll still
Wait,
listen,
did you
like
hear
right
from
now.
him? Did you hear from him?
No, I'll still listen.
Absolutely.
But I ain't, happy with the man's fucking decisions on shit and this and that. But
Oh, babies,
it
where
is
are
what
the
it is.
Jamaicans
So,
to call in or to chime in
like right now,
about a new
he's going at Jamaicans. Because the West Indian Day Parade has named the first transgender Grand Marshal. And so, but whatever. It's not like every Jamaican knows that or whatever. But he's going. And just to get his views, he's going extra hard on Jamaicans. Yeah, they was always gay, or woo woo woo, like just saying, loose shit. But he does that to get his traction, no matter what he's talking on. He's like Howard Stern a bit, and Charlemagne. He's like all of the most annoyingest broadcasters rolled in one, and then some. And it's not like what he's saying is right. He just voices his opinion, But as far as what we're talking about, I was never a super Biggie fan. And it's funny how this conversation meshes. He emulated, not off of, well, I guess additionally, but no, he didn't. He didn't actually. He did not. Biggie did not emulate off the Italians. He emulated off my grandfather and his brothers. The brothers of the banker, they were the brothers from my grandmother. They were all gangsters. They were all, suit and tie, federo, hanging off the side of the T Fords with the Tommy guns. They were black mafia members. They came up from Jamaica to Queens, New York, and started running numbers. My family's responsible for that. And that's who Biggie emulated himself off of. Like if you do some gang research, my family name comes up. And on your last comment, yeah, I don't co-sign it. That was the initial problem between me and Steven. But it's funny. Look, remember I told you, you from out west, you may not have known, but I told you up north we refer to Latins as Germans. Listen to him say it. And I'm in 44. I'm gonna just go back to the beginning. He says it right in the beginning.
This is the Star Report, Sunday evening. And let me say this. The yard man better not ever say boom bye-bye out of his mouth again, or he will be dealt with. Okay, tonight's show, as you can see, the West Indian Day Parade, Crown Heights, where I spent many, many years. Their first transgender Grand March. And a Puerto Rican, a legendary Puerto Rican at that, in case you don't know, Victoria Cruz, a Stonewall survivor. I have spoken about her in the past, and they gave me an award. You know this already, the LGBTQ plus community.
And the LGBT community
I know
likes
their
it.
history. I respect their history.
So see,
But
he
are they
plays
making a
defense.
move on the Jamaicans now? Good evening, troll babies, huh? All the Jamaicans were talking about we were taking from them, led by Busta Rhymes and a bunch of others. Or the Puerto Ricans, a.k.a. the Germans, as we call them back up north, are they now moving in on Jamaican culture? The parade! Eastern Parkway. Holy shit! Good evening, troll babies. How you guys doing?
I don't even know what the fuck.
Thank you for
Grand
stopping by. I'm
Marshal
sipping
is, to be
coffee.
honest.
All right, and I got some
Get back to
apple
what it was.
slices.
Just wanted to chime in on how, the gays are, the Hispanics are leading the charge for the LGBTQ plus community,
They've moved in on the Jamaicans now. The Jamaicans were defending Puerto Rico. Nah, they was there. They created hip hop. I want to hear from Jamaicans tonight. They're fucking quiet. What's going on?
They gonna say, we now at that Batiman thing, eh?
They're not saying that. Trust me, they're not saying that.
But
Yeah, it was. And that's
I mean,
probably why
also
you can't get
it
anyone to
being
call in, because they're gonna
on
just
the
curse them out. They're just gonna be going off.
Say it again,
You're
Randy,
gonna have
louder.
to hang up on
You're
them.
Dominican. Say it again.
all Caribbeans are a little gay nowadays. All these little niggas walk around with skinny jeans, crop tops, looking up to Bad Bunny. They all got sugar in their tank, bro. Little
I don't know
sassy,
about Bad Bunny. A little sassy.
raised by their mamas to be like
Niggas
that,
do.
or they
Niggas in
sisters.
the dance hall seeing
If
Doobie
you
wearing
had
them
But
to,
fucking
yeah.
if
skinny
you had to
jeans.
guess, would you say
I
that
used
there's
to
more
hate that shit.
of a Latin
But they weren't gay. They were
promotion
just taking the style.
of the
They
gay
really were.
lifestyle, or is there more of a African
I
American?
mean, respectfully, every nigga that wears skinny
Acceptance
jeans isn't
I'll
gay.
say
Let me guess.
in the mainstream
I think
eye,
Lil Wayne
in my
is gay, and he's the
opinion,
one
I'll
that
say
made the
Latin because most
And
of
it's just
the main
fucking
characters on
mimicking
television
Daft Punk.
that are represented, even if they're straight, they're a little feminine, and their mannerisms and the characters are a little gay. So, yeah. But when I saw the article of the Puerto Rican marshal, there was a black young man that, introduced her. He was like that they met on the 2 train and they've been close ever since. So they
Now
go.
you're talking about that Jamaican guy. He's part of the council for the goddamn Eastern Parkway parade. He brought Victoria Cruz in. They met on the train.
Yeah.
I think in 2018. So this wasn't like white people doing this. This was a Jamaican who brought
Caribbean.
brought Victoria in. Go ahead.
He saw her. He saw the, chick with a.
Shut up. He is safe in New York. He wanted to embrace change. He wanted to make a publicity, a move for himself. It's all self-interest. He does not speak on behalf of Jamaica.
Tool, and he saw himself in her and said, "You should represent us in the parade." He had a vision, and we just saw his vision unfold today.
I think he's
And
he's going to be celebrated now. He's going to get a bag. He's going to be honored. They'll get them some type of goddamn award. And I'm not hating. I'm just I want to hear from Jamaicans. I want to hear what they've got to say. I need Yardman to tap in. Okay, Randy, you were saying, go ahead.
Oh yeah. I also wanted to touch on did the Italians contribute to hip hop? Yeah,
Yes.
with influence, you know.
Let me get back to that. Go ahead.
A lot of Mob Deep, you know, a lot of
Nah, he's right about
especially
that,
the
for the
gangster rap era
influence.
used to big up those
But they didn't
spaghetti
fucking
eating,
contribute to
fucking
hip hop.
light skin.
Fast forward past him, he had noise in his voice.
I never met him personally, but we were at a bad boy party when he first came out. Never had a conversation, but he appeared to be a nice guy. And his mother came on the Storm Buck Wild show, a very classy lady.
You talking about Biggie?
Mother
Biggie's mother, Biggie.
was with us for maybe 45 minutes on the show. And
Matter of fact, let me
she
remind.
had so
Let
much
me
to
see
say
if they
about
got
his
his
childhood.
story right, because he was emulating
And how
Black
he raised
Mafia, not
Aye.
Italian.
It's disgusting. I just wanted to say that.
All right. Hey, man, good to hear from you. Anything else going on in the world of media that piques your interest?
Oh, I wanted to let you know, the Black Lives Matter
Oh,
founder
I
has
saw
been
that.
accused of stealing another tenant. Yo, what is up with that organization, man? Oh my God.
I think that's regular shit now.
Adolf or SBA.
Yeah, he's one of the
in my
founders
opinion.
or organizers. I think $10 million they're accusing him of allegedly stealing. Allegedly, $10 million.
I'll say it's more. You can't trust a nigga with the books.
Well, that's what the report is saying, 10 million. But yeah, I'll check that out a little bit more tomorrow, man. Randy, good to hear from you, man. Good to hear from you.
Stay up.
Absolutely. All right. Troll babies, where are the Jamaicans to call in or to chime in about a new Puerto Rican?
This is
Well, pardon
Sunday.
me, the first transgender Grand Marshal. Walking up and down the parkway, being celebrated. Well, she won't be doing all that because she's 75 years of age. Prestige. RJ Supreme says, Hater, your daughter Tasha K is finishing her daddy's job. I'm patiently waiting for Charlamagne to be Me Too. This is about Jessica Reed. This is not about, trying to line up Charlamagne or anything. He already sent the legal paperwork in. My name's on it. I'm not going to post it. I'm not even going to talk about it. Go to Tasha K. Go to Tasha K. The irony is that Charlamagne went so hard on R. Kelly. Thank you for giving Jessica a platform. Thank you for your donation. There could have been many times that I interviewed Jessica Reed, but again, this is her trauma that she's still living with. And it was just about
Have you heard about this
the
girl?
right time, in my opinion, to get her and Tasha to sit down and talk. So that you guys can see her talk, and you can see her. This is the first time she's done an actual interview. And she just wants to tell her story. Thank you for your donation. Sit tight on the phone, guys. I'm coming. Against the blood, will get your donation. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that, Biggie. He's dead, man. Christopher Wallace.
See, somebody
I
said
never
some
met
troll
him
shit.
personally, but we were at
Paid
a
him, and he's like, I'm
bad
not gonna
boy
say it.
party. When he first came out, never had a conversation, but he appeared to be a nice guy. And his mother came on the Storm Buck Wild show, a very classy lady. His mother, she was with us for maybe 45 minutes on the show, and she had so much to say about his childhood and how she raised him, and I believe she raised a good young man. So it's very sad how he was killed, but yeah. Thank you for your donation, gangs of love. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. I'm coming to the phone. Sit tight.
Gangsta, that's a white person.
Oh, okay. Gangs of Love says Big Aki going to that parade as a dancing queen. Okay, okay. Sir Shy, got your donation. Caribbeans and Latinos are all bussy. Okay. Quasi, got your donation. Where is Busta Rhymes' biscuit raccoon head ass now? Thank you, Quasi, for your donation. Busta Rhymes is an artist, a businessman. He's not going to say nothing sideways about this first transgender for the West Indian Day Parade. I guarantee he won't say a damn thing sideways. Elvis the Chef got your donation. Elvis, do you want to chime in? You're from the New York area. I would love to get your thoughts on this. If not, thank you just the same. Hold on a second. Who's tapping in from 914? I don't see you just yet. But I will bring in area code 410. Good evening. Are you there? 410. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No, me.
Hello, Kingman.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Kingman. Good evening, sir. This is Just me.
How
Just
are
want to chime in on the topic with the Jamaican.
Okay. Are you up to speed?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard you mentioned earlier if Jamaicans always been gay. I want to say this. Yes, the fact that homosexuality is from creation, homosexuality is from creation. So yes, Jamaicans always have gay people, but they have to be in their own circle, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be like wide open, being flamboyant, flashing, walking all, you know, sashaying and teaching. And you couldn't be doing that.
Right, right.
You know? So you got to be in your own circle, man. You know, because BBC World News stated 2 years ago that it's very dangerous being gay in Jamaica, and it still is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
They have underground churches.
Yes.
They have underground churches. I mean, I've never been to Jamaica, but I've seen multiple documentaries. They have underground churches protecting gay men in Jamaica. Go ahead.
Right. Right. Yeah, they gotta hide. That's the thing. They gotta hide, man. You know, certain areas, yeah, like in Montego Bay from ever since.
Okay.
I'm 50 years old, man, and when I know myself, and I always hear people talking about, you know, Batman, you know, so they always like be in Montego Bay. Or if they do come to Jamaica, man, they got to be in the tourist resort. It still can't be wide open like that, huh? You know?
Well, listen,
Yeah,
man,
so-
times are changing, and, you know, I'm not sure what the overall reception for this will be, but the young man who brought in Victoria Cruz to be the new Grand Marshal appears to be Jamaican. He's on some type of council. So the younger generation wants to promote this. They want this to be a connection to West Indian culture. Are you from the New York area yourself? From the New York area?
Well, currently, no. I currently reside in Maryland, but I used to be in New York.
Okay.
New York to be exact. Linden, St. Gabriel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my neck of the woods, man. New Life, Ashford, all that. You know, I'm familiar with the city, man.
You made it out. You
But
made it
yeah,
out.
huh?
You made it out.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yeah, sure did, man. Yeah, but yeah, it's a new time, like you said, man. You know, it's like no big deal now. But to answer your question, in Jamaica, you know, as you claim it sometimes, yeah, you gotta hide certain places, man. You can't be walking around wide open,
Right.
you know, like that.
Right.
So that's it, man. I just wanted to say that.
I appreciate the honesty, sir. Have a great night. Thank you.
Salute.
Thank you. Salute. Okay. Good call. You see, I'll let you talk. I'm not trying to clown you. I mean, you can get some smoke, but you know, I want you to talk. Victoria Cruz, the first transgender Grand Marshal. The parade is tomorrow, in case I didn't mention that. Eastern Parkway in Brooklyn. Police will be heavy on the streets.
That was today.
Checkpoints. You will not be walking around sipping Ray and nephews. You will not be standing around blowing the chalice. That shit is lovely. Those days are gone. Kevin got your donation. Okay, Kevin, I don't see 914. Where are you, sir? Where are you? 914? Did I miss your call, sir? Thank you for your donation. Hold on. Just a drum supporting the machine on the line. Okay, 336. Hold on a second, sir. Sit tight. I got your donation. Sit tight. Okay, 336. And Lex Barber, salute star, my Jamaican lineage. Abhors the big D Boricua bandit as Grand Marshal. Okay. He gave top to get that. Okay, easy. 336, good evening. Are you there? Are you there? Good evening.
I'm here.
Yes, sir.
I'm here, sir.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
I'm great, man. Are you tapping on the conversation?
I don't know how much I can add to the West Indian conversation because I'm not of Caribbean descent.
Okay.
Out of Europe. So I do love hip hop. I'm based in hip hop. I don't know how much Italians contributed to this. The first thing that came to mind was Action Bronson. I don't know how far his lineage goes to Italianism, if not any, but I would assume some, given they come from New York. So.
Well, listen, there's Caucasians who are more connected to the hip-hop culture than myself. I mean, I was there, don't get it twisted. I was all over the place back in the early 80s in the New York Tri-State area. So I'm not trying to clown anybody's love for hip-hop, but a young man whose name I still don't have, and I should have gotten, I was just so busy earlier. He got up on Instagram and he said, I'm sure there were Italians that contributed. So I'm just asking the question. He could be right. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying that a lot of the mafioso names were taken from Italians, clearly. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Names are taken from everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, but that's more or less just paying homage to the stories that we heard. I don't necessarily think that they look to emulate the people themselves. Like, I mean, like, you want to end up.
I beg to differ, sir.
Undiscovered.
I beg to differ.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I just don't feel like, if that was the case, then I think that more gangs would be organized the way they should be. Whenever you think about how Chicago is set up and that mafioso style, like, I don't think that we emulate that part of it. Like, yeah, they might say, Matt Hoffa might steal the name, but, like, is he gonna go out here and try to be part of the Gambino crime organization? I don't think so,
Okay, but now hang on a second. How old are you? And you're where you from?
I am 35 years old. I've emailed you.
Okay.
I stay at the time I stay in Georgia.
Okay.
I'm in Congress. So not too far from.
Okay. Listen, I don't want you to give out your exact location. The reason why I asked you how old are you because listen. I'm half Italian, and I can tell you that they have been, probably still are, I'm sure, some of the most hateful people towards African Americans. Hateful. Now, I don't want to go back, as I always have, with their history to Hannibal, and I've even spoken about the sack of Naples. More than likely, I'm part Algerian, but I mean, here in America, hip hop, we cannot deny that the hip hop genre has not borrowed from Italian gangster culture, their videos, their music. Now, when you speak about trying to emulate the Cosa Nostra, because they more so refer to it as Cosa Nostra. Mafia is an Italian name that they gave to the Cosa Nostra. Black people, and I'll just broad stroke, black people have this stop snitching thing, which is bullshit, because Lucky Luciano, you ever heard that name, Lucky Luciano?
Mm-hmm.
Are you there?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever heard of Lucky
Yeah, I'm here.
Lucky Luciano? He was the guy that put it all together. He died in 1962. He worked with the Feds.
Yeah.
He worked with the Feds. So Italians have they've always worked with the goddamn police. So they were involved with police agencies. That's where the big difference is. Black people, stop snitching. Italians have been fucking rats and snitches. But go ahead. I'm rambling.
Well, I mean, that's just like the Whitey Bulger, you know, like Whitey Bulger was cooperating with the Fed, you know? So, yeah, I mean, but I also, but to kind of mirror that point, we've also taken from the Chinese culture as well, whenever you think about the way that we sample things, the Wu-Tang Clan, like, you think about Luke Casco, like, there are artists who also steal from Chinese culture just as much as we steal from Italian culture. And I won't say it's stealing, I'll say it's what's interpolating, you know, that word interpolating, you know. But yeah, like I don't know, I think that we borrow from all kinds of places, you know. And I don't want to check in.
Thank you, man. Good to hear from you. Salute.
Thanks, brother.
I've gone on record and said hip hop, the culture of thieves. Oh, they started it. No ifs, ands, or buts. They started it. Oh, but they were stealing. Folks, if you're new to this show, I worked at WEA for a decade. Warner Electra Atlantic. I also worked at Atlantic Records, Atco, Reprise, Electra, Asylum, Virgin Records, and a bunch of other subsidiaries. So I was in all those marketing plans, the conferences. I mean, I did everything from billboard reporting stores, calling from Maine down to Florida. East Coast was my thing, more so rock and roll and pop promotion. And you know the story already. Hip hop was doing so much sampling in the early days to the point where they started to create agencies to pay the artist that hip hop was taking samples from. Now, when you were doing it in the parks, that's one thing. But once you start putting it on records and then selling the records and then the airplay, and then we're talking about ASCAP and BMI, that's when things got very, very intense. Just to give you a little background, a little history for those who care, right? On the screen, www.blackbodyworks.com. Please check out one of my sponsors. All I sent you. Okay. Kevin, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. I don't know what happened, or maybe I spoke to you, sir, but your number's not popping up. Okay. Okay. Can you send me a link, Sir Shy? I'm not up to speed. Send me a link. Well, let me just say this in case I didn't make it clear. Did Italians create hip hop? Not in my opinion. No. Gangs of Love. Yes. What's Biggie's mom's name? Is it Valletta? Very nice lady. She was a Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, true. Yeah, Valletta Wallace. Very nice woman. Thank you, Gangs of Love, for your donation. Sir Shy again says jerk chicken eaters and ravioli breath. Hold this L. Okay. We are having this conversation tonight, folks. If you're not up to speed, in case I didn't make it clear, the video is in my community section. The news report for the first transgender Grand Marshal for the West Indian Labor Day Parade, which is tomorrow. And the Grand Marshal is Puerto Rican, Victoria Cruz. Okay, Puerto Rican. It's a big deal. You should be proud, you know. Okay, I don't do dollar donations, whoever you are. Let's go to area code 240. Good evening, are you there? 240. Good evening. Hey.
Sorry, did you hear me?
Good evening, I can hear you. How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm sorry to disturb you again. I just wanted to make it clear to the audience that I spoke earlier about the transgender at the parade tomorrow. I'm not against transgender. I'm a straight man myself, in fact, but I do find the transgender women attractive. Also, I do.
Wait. Hang on. Let's take our time.
I'm a straight man,
You
but
say you're straight. Can we get your age, sir?
34.
Okay. And we spoke earlier. That was you.
Yeah, but I just wanted to clarify myself because I didn't want to disrespect anybody in your audience that may be with that community.
Well, that's okay. It's okay. But now you're saying you're attracted to transgender women, yes?
Yeah. Yes.
Have you?
And also,
Well, hang on. Let's take this slow. Have you ever had a intimate intimate experience with a transgender?
No, but I've thought about it plenty of times.
So, can you see yourself gripping a tool? And if so, what would you do with that tool, sir?
I don't know. Sorry, come on. I don't want to mess up the algorithm.
So we can have a conversation without getting too graphic. You're 36, yes?
No, 34.
34. Let me write this down. You have a girlfriend. You're married. What's your background?
No, not girlfriend, straight.
Second.
But you know what it is? It's 34, straight girlfriend. But the thing is, sorry, that the transgender, they have both sides, so they can understand. Like, they will understand where a man is coming from because they're part man.
I wouldn't know, sir, but now hang on a second. Let's take it slow. Does your girlfriend know that you have an attraction to transgender?
what line of fucking logic is that?
No. No, she don't know.
That's
So
contact.
let's go back.
Let's
go back to the tool. Let's go back to the tool. The transgender, the SHRM, whatever you refer to it as, has a tool. Now you can't get around the tool, sir. How do you see yourself operating with that tool? I mean, once the pants come down, boing, out pops the woolly bobo. Then what?
Listen, sorry, you just gotta look from the back door thing. You don't have to always go through the front door. I mean, there's always a back door, so you just back door. It comes with that. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. All these straight guys that's on your channel right now, they
Sir, never mind them. Sir, never mind them. Never mind them.
You see Sydney Star? I'm smashing Sydney Star. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay.
I'm gonna smash Sydney Star.
Okay.
And when I see that Grand Marshal at the parade, I'm going to look at every shape, everything, and glorify it.
The Grand Marshal is 75 years of age. Hold on, let's go back, please. I'm enjoying the conversation. So you pull down the pants of the SHRM. Out pops the woolly bobo. Boing.
Sorry, you're trying to trick me. I said I would.
No.
I said I would.
Oh, okay, I'm just asking. So then the transgender says, "Love me, love all of me." She looks down at the tool, looks at you. She says, "Love me, love all of me. Don't hit it from the back. Love me." Then what?
Time for everything, Joe. There's a first time for everything.
Okay. I appreciate your honesty, sir. Thank you for your donation.
All right, stop, peace.
Boing.
You see? His show.
Hypothetical, so don't ask me that fun.
His show is.
Nah. I like the giant. I like the vagina. You know, I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to see nothing else. Big eye key tapping in. Hold on a second, goddamn. Now we're rolling. Hold on. Actually, I have to go back. Wait a minute.
This nigga said what?
Regular show. Okay, you're Sicilian also. We are the reason
Lord.
why every one of these Negroes wants to be gangsters, and they show it by taking our last names and designers and stealing the drive-by.
Hey, yo, man, I wish my grandmother was still around.
Subscribe to Devious Jerry YouTube, please don't forget.
Did the fucking Italians invent the fucking drive-by, or did the black mafia?
Jazz, gangster mob history. They influenced the niggas to be ignorant.
Probably Italians. They had money first.
Okay, your hashtags are a little too rough to read, sir, but thank you for your information. Someone pretending to be Tony Touch.
I meant to.
Star, question. How did you know the DC sniper was Jamaican? To my FBA brethren, Colin Ferguson says, free the land. I forget, man. That was so long ago. I don't remember. That was like a week's worth of shows.
I didn't even remember that.
And it wasn't just a wild guess. There was details, if memory serves me correctly. And the whole thing was the hole that was bored into the back of the station wagon. You know. That's why I put it together like a thank-free donation.
That's why.
Ooh, Big I Key, besides Vinny Paz, they ain't really contribute shit. LOL. I never understood why niggas looked up to these racist skinnies and Godfather was hot trash.
Yes.
Big I Key says, and R.I.P. to Legend Pat Stay. Jamaicans otherwise, like I've seen enough bussy before, but I never seen a bussy like this while doing the dirty wine. Big I Key says, in Gangsta of Love, walking around Juve in a fishnet sundress, shouting, I'm waiting for my water blessings with some overweight white bitch. Come get your water blessings. Hold a second. Donation? Are you on the line, sir? Are you on the line? Trying to get to everybody. Good evening, Kevin. Is that you? Area code 845. Good evening, Kevin. Yes,
Star.
Yes, sir. How are
Star,
you?
what's up?
Oh, wait, man. Good to hear from you.
I'm good. I'm good, man. Listen, I am a straight yard man, and
Okay.
I am definitely not surprised that the yard people are endorsing the holy Batiman thing
Right.
on the parade, because I'm telling you, Jamaica is getting out of hand with that. Jamaica is getting out of hand with that. So, I'm not surprised at all, Star. I'm serious. Because, gradually, I tune in, I look at the news, I look at YouTube, and the stuff that I see going on, it's getting out of hand. So, I'm not surprised at all. And I was just telling somebody today earlier that, usually when the parade comes around, I've been looking to go down there for an hour or so just to see what's going on, see some big booty chicks down there. But
Right.
nowadays, I'm not going down there because, first of all, you don't know how many bullets are gonna hit you, and you know how it is. Whenever you go down there, first of all, it kicks off from Juve. So tonight is when it gets crazy.
In Brooklyn.
Tomorrow is a whole different story.
Yeah.
So
Juve has always been when shit gets lit. I mean, I've been going to the parade since
Exactly.
the 80s.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. The last parade I went to, literally there was a stampede. Helicopters were flying overhead. People were running because some idiot decided to start letting off shots. And back then they were letting off shots not at ops. They were letting off shots because they played a nice song.
Yeah, up in the air.
You know how it is.
Up in the air.
Yeah, they give a gun salute.
Yeah.
We get a gun salute. But yeah, man, I'm serious. I'm not surprised, man, because Jamaica's going in a whole different direction when it comes to the whole Batiman thing. Do
you remember, I think it was 2018 or 2019 when Buju Banton apologized to the gay community. You ever heard about that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
They broke
Yeah,
it.
but
They said they broke them.
Buju was doing that. Buju was doing that because he had to. What was it? Wasn't it like some Caribbean country he went to?
Boom, bye, bye. About them on there. Huh?
Exactly.
They broke them.
It's all them things going on, man. I'm telling you, they're getting out of hand with that.
He probably doesn't even perform that song anymore. He probably does an acoustic medley and just skips right over the lyrics.
yeah, but I put money on it. Hey, Star, I put money on it, right? You catch him on a side street, he's talking to him about it, and he's coming out and he's telling you, yo, boom, bye for Batty Boy. You know, these Jamaican artists, they know what time it is.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
they doing it just for they have to do it to get the shows, because you know, especially nowadays with what's going on, so they have to do that.
Mhm.
But you know, I am definitely not surprised, and I am not endorsing that shit. I will not be out at the parade this year.
Well, how old are you, sir? Have we spoke before? How old are you?
Nah, this is my first time, and I always listen to your show. I said, you know what, I'm gonna call up because
Thank
I know you were saying you needed some yard people.
Yeah,
So
man.
I said, let me call up.
Well, now hang on a second. How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 43.
Okay. So this is a new day and time, you know, and what used to work or what was a reality once upon a time had its pitfalls, and a lot of people, I can only imagine, were feeling the true feelings were suppressed. Are you a religious man by any chance?
Yeah, well, coming from, let me tell you this though. Coming from Jamaica, I mean, if you do your research on Jamaica, you know Jamaica has probably the most churches per square mile in the Caribbean. So it's like, you know, everybody in Jamaica goes to church. You know, so well, that was back then. That was when I was younger. So yes, to answer your question, I am a religious man, but you know, I keep it to a certain extent. I don't go too crazy.
Okay. So this may be big business now to usher in this new reality, and people may start thriving off of this. Not saying, you know, whether it's for everyone or not, you know, but Jamaica may need this now to get themselves better positioned. I mean, they have been, to my knowledge, the most vocal against homosexuality over the decades, centuries, if you will. But I'll give you the last word. Go ahead.
Muslims too.
Yeah, well, listen. Speaking about the church, they just had an incident. I think it was last year. It could have been either earlier this year or last year, where it was some church that was, I guess they were running like a cult in Jamaica.
Okay.
And when they ended up raiding the building, they found a dude who was the head of it. I guess he was the pastor. This dude had like a room full of naked dudes in there. He was just going at it with them.
Regular shit. Regular shit.
Yeah, exactly. And this is, we talking about a church, you know. So you know, it's all type of crazy stuff going on in Jamaica. So that's what I'm saying, Star. Like I said, I'm not surprised that it's going down. You know, I love my country, but at the same time, there's a lot of shit that happens, and it's all due to TV.
Okay.
Cable was the worst thing that could have happened to Jamaica, that island. Cable TV.
Okay. Thank you for your call, man. Have a great evening. Thank you.
All right, man.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Okay. All right. Okay, we're having some good calls here. Hang on a second, my nigga Big I Key putting his Mac down via PayPal. Folks, you can always support the show via Cash App or PayPal. Rarely do I even ask you about that, but we're going to be doing some new things this week as far as advertising and sponsors. At the top of the live chat is the PayPal information. Junebug will get your donation. Ooh, starting the last call is the reason why women are catching pussy pox sneaking around. Okay, you mean 2 or 3 callers back. Sneaking around in dark alleys and sword fighting while their woman is home, trying to figure out what will make him happy. When the Willy Bobo pops out, then you that's when you gotta figure out who you are. Are you calling in? Okay, what area code? El Barrio Life. I get your donation. What area code? I appreciate your support. What area code? El Barrio Life. Monty says, Star, what are your thoughts on Harry Spears? Yeah, we spoke about that a couple of days ago. I saw the video. Disgusting. Totally disgusting. I think both of them should be arrested. It's child porn. It's child porn. I'm not sending out that link to nobody.
I haven't even seen it.
In my mind, that's fucking sharing child pornography. I'm not sending out that goddamn link. I'm not posting a link to it. But thank you for your donation, Monty. Who's on the line from area code 917? Good evening, are you there? 917.
Yo, what's good? That's a barrio life.
Hey, what's up, man? You gotta put your area code next time because
Yeah,
didn't see
I
it.
usually do. I slipped up on that one. I usually do.
good to hear from you, man. What's cracking? Where do you want to start?
You know, the Puerto Ricans been leading the front with the zestiness lately, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, you know, like Bad Bunny kissed one of his backup dancers, the guy.
Regular shit for the Puerto Ricans.
Yeah. Then they show a photo surface of Mark Anthony kissing a guy on a plane. I don't know. I don't understand how they got mixed up with the Jamaicans. That's crazy.
Are you yourself Puerto Rican, sir? Who are you? Your name is Abad.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican, man. I'm
Okay.
Puerto Rican from Spanish Harlem.
How old are you?
And
How old are you?
man, I'm 38.
What,
I just gotta keep it real, you know. It doesn't matter. It's like, you know, when we're leading the BS, we're leading. That's it. Lately, we've been on fire with the craziness.
Well, now to keep it real, I don't always like to go back, but you know the Latin community in New York City has been at the forefront, if you ask me, of the transgender movement. You know, all the way down there, Christopher Street, and they were right there, neck and neck with the Harlem ballroom scenes. You know, I mean, although that was more predominantly black, but you had a lot of Puerto Ricans involved in walking the runway and serving face and so on and so forth. You know.
Right. Dress and drag and all that, doing that.
Yeah. Banji boys, homo thugs.
House music vibes and all that.
Yeah.
But I was still like shocked that the transgender Puerto Rican woman was like the headliner of the Jamaican parade that's coming up.
Did you do any research on Victoria Cruz? Legendary. Stonewall riot survivor.
Nah, I don't. No, I don't. I really don't have I don't know the history on this person.
Well, I'm promoting the bullshit tonight, sir. So when you get time, you Google Victoria Cruz, legendary. You know, that down there in 1969, getting hit in the head with goddamn police sticks and all sorts of shit. So if anybody deserves to be the grand marshal for that goddamn parade, it's Victoria Cruz. No ifs, ands, or buts.
I respect it. I just don't understand because history, like you were speaking earlier, and a couple of other Jamaicans that called in, they were heavy against, that type of behavior. It just goes to show you like how far they come and how much time has changed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's zesty now. Throughout the world, throughout the country, it is what it is. Everybody, And I know you don't like people to call in to bash. I'm not here to bash on all the callers, but
yeah, let's not do that. Listen, we're having a good conversation. Let's just keep it right.
He's crazy.
Now, hang on a second. How old are you again? You're Puerto Rican. How old are you?
I'm 38.
38. Okay, so here we have seen in the last couple of weeks the discussion about Puerto Ricans. Did they contribute to hip hop? Well, yes, they contributed, but did they create? People saying, well, I don't know.
Yeah, I called in for that.
Okay. So hang on. I don't want to go back. I want to talk about this. So now here we are, Puerto Ricans leading the charge for the Jamaican parade. Well, West Indian. Well, it's a whole lot of West Indians, not just
West Indian.
Grand Marshal Puerto Ricans. This is a big deal for Puerto Ricans, yes? Big deal.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess for the transgender community, for me, it doesn't make me feel any more proud. Me personally, I can't speak for everybody else. I don't represent.
10, 20 years from now, I assure you the Puerto Ricans will be saying something different. They will be owning this as a great Puerto Rican triumph. I'll give you the last word though. Go ahead.
I don't really got much to say, man. It's just, it's dusty and that's it, man. It is what it is. People gotta just brace themselves. And don't be in denial.
Can I ask you?
Don't say you like transgenders, but you're a straight man. That don't make no sense.
Okay. So you don't find transgenders attractive? I'm just asking.
Nah, man, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Thank you for your call.
I stay in my lane, man. All right, man. Peace.
Keep it real. This will be a great Puerto Rican triumph in 20 years. Hey, sure. Tomorrow's a holiday, yes? I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. If I can just talk about myself for a second here. Today was such a nice, relaxing day. A really nice, relaxing day. I mean, I listened to some lo-fi music. Oh, I went to the gym early. And then I just relaxed. I didn't do too much of anything on YouTube. I didn't want to hear anything with regards to media. And I feel very, very, what's the word? Refreshed. Mel, I get your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay, Gangs of Love sends in the donation. Big Aki will be playing I'm Going Down tomorrow by Rose Royce. The classic. Hey, Jen. Okay, Jen just sent me a picture of her at the West Indian Day Parade. I'm not sure which one. She looks very young. Okay, Jen. Looking good. She's got on a crop top. Throwing up the peace sign. Boricua. Thank you, Jen. Drew Who says, boom, bye, nigga. What happened to that? Yeah, man. No more. Bougie Bonton apologized. Troll Babies, was it 2018 or 2019? He apologized. He probably doesn't even perform that song no more. Good evening, area code 404. Lee, is that Lee?
Yeah, it's me, Lee. How's it going on? How's everything?
Good to hear from you, man. What's cracking? What do you want to start?
Not much. Good. I'm actually just now getting in from the little jerk fest that they have here in the Atlanta metro area.
Okay.
It's kind of rained out. Yeah, but I was actually I just called in because I wanted to add to the topic as far as with the Jamaica thing. I would say this has been coming in a long time because I've been here in Georgia, I guess about 10 years or so. But before I came here, I actually remember hanging out in the studio with Shaggy. And I remember him saying, we sit in the studio, and I remember Shaggy saying that he had so many tracks with artists like Capleton and Sizzler that he can't even put out English, really good tracks because it's the position when it comes to the gay thing.
Right.
And I remember him saying himself that there's something that we establish a mindset that Jamaicans have to let go and allow it, into the culture. So I kind of see. I mean, like I said, this is a little over 10 years ago that I remember him saying that. So I mean, this has been coming in a long time. So I mean, it's at a time now where I'm surprised that happened earlier, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Shaggy's a great guy. I have a Shaggy diamond plaque right next to me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna hang out in the studio with you. I'm saying that.
Yeah, great
So
guy.
that's just.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying with regards to those tracks. Do you think this is a good thing? Are you yourself Jamaican, Caribbean? I didn't catch that.
No. I mean, I'm not Jamaican. I'm actually born first generation to African parents.
Okay.
I actually called in. I think it was yesterday. You were talking about a show with the FBA.
Yeah.
I wanted to pose a question yesterday, saying because even though I'm born first generation to African parents, my parents are Liberian.
Okay.
And if you know the history of Liberia, in a sense, we have free slaves who went back to Liberia. That's my parents are actually, from the States, which is here. So,
Okay.
Texas on my father's side and
Virginia on my mother's side.
Right.
I actually just found out it was my mother's side. I found that out last year. I didn't know, you know, for 36 years old, so
Okay.
I don't know, I'm not sure if I would be considered FBA or not.
Well, listen,
No,
sir,
but,
if you're
Top of the morning, man.
lineage-wise, it's what you feel in your heart. If you go ahead and get DNA work to prove something, you know,
Dawn,
that's your
late
own
night for
personal
me.
choice. I mean,
Exactly right.
you know, but I commend you
But this morning where you at?
both and
Morning.
your perspective. I appreciate that. All right.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. Looks like
Have a
I feel
great
like.
night, man. Yes, sir. Thank you. I just want people to speak from the heart, and I will give you the last word, as you should know. Okay. Guys, check out Precise 8 on YouTube. Precise taps it from time to time. And Paperwork Party Network.
What you got going on?
Back on the line. I haven't heard from you in a while. Are you busy? I'm going to be moving your banner back up. If not tomorrow, definitely Tuesday. Paperwork Party Network. Let me get them on the screen as well. Hold on. Okay, check them out on YouTube. Paperwork Party Network. Great platform. They produce receipts, right? Big Nigga 22. Okay, he's talking crazy. F these rice and pea eaters. They'll be the first ones to talk about fire Panbate boys, but have niggas with wigs marching at their parade. The parades have always had suspect dancing. But because of the Bulgari laws, you know, in the UK, they could not conduct themselves the way they do here. Has the West corrupted the Jamaican? How about that for a question? Has the West corrupted the Jamaican? When I say the Jamaican, I mean the man and the woman.
House arrest, 2 years.
I don't want to go too far back, but those first generation Jamaicans, or let's just say West Indians, because I've got family from St. Kitts and Dominica. Man, they were very strict in terms of morals, ethics, values, the way that they conducted their houses. And
They gave you the ankle monitor and all that.
dialects were very strong and thick back in those days. In the 70s, when we used to come over from New Jersey to see my family in Southside Jamaica, Queens, my Uncle Richard, my Auntie Gwen, the accents were so thick, and because, you know, I was so young, I picked up on their accents, and I could really understand, and, you know, as the years went on, when I moved to New York in 1981, the reason why I wound up with the shower posse, for those who give a goddamn, is because when I was standing on Flatbush Avenue one day just eating some food, and some guys were talking, I just joined the conversation.
First
And I
offense.
had no problem understanding what they were saying. Does that make sense to anybody from back in the days? The accents
Sound
are
like
very
they gave you-
diluted now. It's
They
different.
gave you a chance. They went light.
Hold on, guys.
Not for nothing. You must be young. Well, you don't have to be, but
Yes, culture vulture. Yes, yes. I'm not gonna go back into the whole goddamn story, but I understood exactly what they were saying, and they looked at me. I looked at them. We were dressing very, very different. Back in those days, Jamaicans
was it registered to you or was it illegal?
into their own style of dressing. They didn't just, you know, latch on to the hip hop style. You know, they had their own style. If that makes sense? Okay. And that's how, if I can just finish this up, that's how I wound up at dance hall clubs. Because it was very, very natural to me to say that. Right? Hang on a second, guys. Can we back to the phone lines? I think this is a call from overseas. Good evening. Are you there? Your number appears to be
Yes, I'm here.
from overseas. How are you? How are you?
Well, that's fine.
Good evening. Can you hear me? Good evening.
I mean, I understand.
Are you joining
Yes,
the
dog, you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you now. Let's go,
By
sir.
law, they not
Thank
they
you.
not
All
taking
right,
any
yes.
of that.
I have a point to make.
Please.
The first thing is,
Calypso is,
It's your first offense?
the parade is not a Jamaican parade. Jamaicans don't, they're traditionally not into Calypso or to.
It's the West Indian Day Parade, sir. I'm just throwing the word Jamaican out because of the transgender.
Yeah, but you're making a mistake. First of all, Trinidadian culture and Barbadian culture, with all that whining, it's always been androgynous and Batman culture. Jamaicans weren't into it, but they got into it about 15 years ago just to make money, right? They got into, but reggae culture is different. Jamaica's the only country that play reggae. They're not into Calypso. Okay? Secondly, you always had the homosexuals in Jamaica, but they knew how to behave themselves. They weren't flamboyant, right? Because you could go down to a place in Kingston, Tennessee, and you see them walking up and down Maxfield, and your grandmother might say, you know, see about you, man, there? But
sounds to me like they ain't playing with you.
not flamboyant. But over time, because of the laws, the same black people vote.
I ain't never
They
had
vote
house
for,
arrest. My brother
Biden.
got that shit.
He made them a protected class. So now, if you have a job and you work for the post office, for
I never
example,
got that
you
shit.
can't say anything about that, right? Even if it's on social media and your job get wind of it, you're losing your job. So even if you're against it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, the parade never had no grand marshal. You had a whole bunch of hustlers up there, and all the politicians, they stay up there by Eastern Parkway, right? Where it's safe, by the museum, where they could promote their agendas and use black people. Because any sensible black person would have said, cancel that damn parade years ago.
Now, hang on a second. Are you from the New York tri-state
It's a
area, or
fact.
were you calling from overseas?
I'm calling from overseas, but I know about it.
Okay, have you been?
That parade should have been
Hang on. Have you been to the parade?
ago.
That's my question. Have you been to the parade before?
Many times. I'm
Okay.
here now, yeah.
Okay. It's
But I'm saying the parade should have been canceled a long time ago.
no, sir.
Secondly-
No, sir. Hang on. I'll let you speak. I want to respond. I'll let you speak. There have been some very beautiful moments for me personally and other people over the decades. That parade, what it encompasses, the feeling of many different.
Yeah, man,
Caribbean
count your lucky
people
stars, for
coming
real,
together.
man. They ain't playing with nobody
So,
with guns and violence and shit
With
like
regards
that.
to what you're saying,
Yeah.
yes, you're
That shit
right.
dead.
But here's the thing now. This is a
my book.
transgender.
I haven't been
This is
on
not a
Playroom
transgender
Live
from
and
Trinidad. This is not a transgender
going
from
on 2
Barbados.
years.
This is not a transgender from any other place other than Puerto Rico.
Like it died out
are
when
you
COVID hit.
concerned, or is this not a big deal? It's just, we're all
With the
down
quarantine and
together,
all that.
Dominican, Jamaican. What do you say about that? Puerto
Well,
Rican.
Ninjas is
yeah,
on
there is a
StreamYard now.
concern because the first thing is Puerto Ricans and Spanish-speaking people don't get involved in English-speaking parades in the West Indian Day. They
Bingo.
never. And the first time they're getting
Bingo.
arrested, and they're bringing a transgender guy, so that is orchestrated. That is the LGBTQ, the last group of people that they couldn't get into the whole lesbian thing is West Indian people. So now they're bringing Puerto Rico. They couldn't bring a West Indian because the first thing is there is no Grand Marshal at the West Indian Day Parade.
I know.
And secondly, Puerto Ricans have never been part of it by their own, choice, or Dominicans. They've never been.
Well, now hang on a second, sir. Jen just sent me a
West
picture,
Indian.
and I can see a whole lot of, Hispanics.
Maybe that was, you know
at
what I
that
mean? Your
parade.
wake up
I've
call.
seen Hispanics at that parade. Now, when you say they've never been a part of it, you mean in positions of power? Or what do you say they've never been at it?
Like,
Organizations, you don't see them out there for the most part as vendors. They have their parades, and you won't see West Indians at their
real
parades.
talk,
Because
though,
they
like,
speak Spanish, they kind of see themselves differently,
bring this down.
right?
just a
They
touch.
consider themselves Hispanic, whatever that means. Even though all of them come from Africa and mixed with Jamaicans are mixed too. Jamaicans used to speak Spanish too, right? Jamaica, that's their last language, English. Caribbean people are not all African, and even the ones that look black, they're mixed too, right? Even Jamaican people, they're mixed. They're mixed with Scottish,
But,
Irish, they're mixed with Lebanese and
Yeah.
everything like that. So it's a mixture.
That's
Now, what I'm saying is,
it's not even a
Jamaica
laugh
was
matter.
never part
That's a
of Carnival.
serious
That's not part of their culture.
future
They got
fact, bro.
into it about 15 years ago. They started Carnival for tourism reasons. But that's not their
Like,
culture. And that was always seen as
I don't
like
know what you was
Buckingham,
involved in,
right?
whatever,
Because
whatever you
how
say
they
for your
winding up
protection.
each
I
other
hear you. I don't know
on a
where you at.
G-string, on a phone. You wouldn't see that in Jamaica.
But
right?
I can't be sure, but
How you gonna-
I can't be sure if I can.
getting caught up trying to live
Right.
one lifestyle
Well,
that
you're old enough
goes
to know-
against
you're
another,
old enough to remember you was
which
never
will
seen
offset your
Jamaica
entire
in the
lifestyle.
70s or the
That's what you
80s
got to
on a
navigate through.
float in a G-string.
I can't.
Know
say
what I
that
mean?
for
If
sure,
you
but
in
hang
a-
on a second. I can't.
I
be
could say
You in
that.
Chicago, you know what I mean? And it's all crazy like that, or you in West Coast or
Yeah.
New York or wherever you at. Actually,
I think he's Jamaican. I had his name. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm almost positive.
you gotta watch out for the
That's how
traps,
Victoria
man.
Cruz got in there. But I'll give you the last word. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well,
And
all right. I just want to make this
I don't know if it's
Number
how
one
you
is-
carried yourself,
when
presented
you look at
yourself,
the entertainment
or if you got
industry,
connects
it's
within the
so
system, like a family member or
right?
a friend or
From
something,
all
That's a fact.
cultures,
or
all different nations. So
the
you do
motherfucking
have-
judge
you have many
and them
things that
actually
make
fucking
people in
see
Jamaica,
good in you.
but they just have to keep their mouth
'Cause
shut.
that shit sound like some
Quiet.
super light shit.
That's business.
Some super light. That sounds light. That's a blessing right there. You get to stay outside,
Even the people
little
in the radio
ankle
business,
monitor and all
some of them
that.
are gay too.
That's the good life,
Right?
sir.
I would say 90.
You could easily be doing it. I mean, come on.
Yeah. But I guarantee
If they
that
found
most
bullets in the
people
gun, if it was New York, you get a year for every bullet.
And he's a Puerto
If there
Rican.
was no bullets in the
That's not
gun,
his
then all
parade,
right.
and he's gay. He's there to do what? It's not a gay parade. Right?
I'm
And then you wanna
assuming
convince
you're
the
black.
rest that 2 + 2 = 5?
Yeah.
I'm just assuming that you might
Right?
not be.
He's trying to show us that if a man is a man, he's not a man because he don't feel like he's a man. All that kind of stuff.
So fill me
I
in. Where
appreciate the call.
It's that kind of
you
fight.
texting in from?
Africa's fighting it too, right? I
You
mean,
said
you can do what you
14
want,
years
but
ago,
do it
so
on
you
your
got some
own-
age on you.
In your own parade. Why are you doing it here? Because you know the people are against it.
I appreciate the call, man. I have to take other calls. Very good
I like
insight.
that.
Not that I agree
Next
with you,
door to
but,
Chicago,
I appreciate the call.
Indianapolis, she said she was going to
I
give me
like that.
prison until I spoke from the heart.
David Levy. He's wow. Hang on a second. I haven't heard that name in years.
They done heard all the tough talk. They done heard all the lies. They done heard all the threats. They done heard all the bullshit. You speak from the heart.
David Levy's still around, guys?
Didn't heard that too. They know.
RJ thinks that the caller is wrong.
Like I said, I'm just listening to what you giving me. You must have done something. You must have known somebody. You must have did something. And it was a female. Oh, you lucky. I'm willing to put down any amount of money and bet if you'd have had a male judge, we wouldn't be sitting here talking right
Thank you,
now.
Marcel. I got your donation.
Females more compassionate towards
Jen
our
sent
struggle.
that picture from
in general.
2014 on the block with Jen
37.
at the carnival. Okay, so are you calling in? Where's
Yeah,
the
bro.
Live?
It's time to make some serious decisions about your future.
West Indian said to tap in. Good evening, are you there? 305.
No better time than the present, and especially if you got some sit down time.
Hey man, how are you? Thank you, Chet.
That's some real shit.
Start.
You spoke from the heart to heart, and she hit you with that. You better make sure what you said resonates into your future. Dead
Are you
ass,
up
my
to
nigga.
speed on the topic, or did I break this?
I don't ever want to see a nigga go away.
People are not in the loop.
Been that nigga too many times. Never want to be that nigga ever again.
Say again?
Most I'm good for would be a good 45 day motherfucking bid or for bar fight. Other than that, I don't want to have nothing to do with it.
He said a lot. He said most people that
Hey, $1,000 lawyer, don't know how much that help. What you mean? Don't know how much. Let me tell you how much. She saw you was paying. You was paying. You had money. You invested in yourself for your own freedom. Like, you know what I mean? You spoke from the heart. I see what it is.
been ordained and all.
Felt that. She still had to hit you.
You
could have got hit a lot worse. Fuck a house arrest, nigga.
That it is part of the
No collecting 200 niggas. Go straight to jail. bail revoked,
Meaning
all that. You don't care what you paid your lawyer.
In African spirituality.
You could have caught them vibes. Easy.
This is why you have
You-
so
you-
much
We talking America, right?
animosity
Huh?
and the African.
Got off good. Got off good, son. You got off with a heavy slap on the wrist. Let that shit sting. Let that shit sting,
Homosexuality
son.
and African spirituality.
Let that shit
Your
sting.
phone's going out. Your phone's
You
going
could
out.
be
Get
sitting
out.
with a celly right now, nigga.
Hello, hello,
Whole
hello.
new dome images and they
Hello.
problems.
You know, here,
Your phone's going in and out. Say that again. What did you say about Africa and homosexuality?
homosexuality is the antagonist in African spirituality.
Okay. Okay.
Meaning that, you know, within African spirituality, the antagonist comes as a disguised as a female. Meaning the devil comes disguised as a female. This is why there's so much anti-homosexuality, and also you have the breaking through slavery that kind of reinforces that.
Let's go back to
Fair.
Africa. How far back does homosexuality
Fair.
go in Africa?
Good.
From its inception, from the creation story,
Rastafari Ministries, you've got to fix your phone. You're saying some really deep stuff, and you've got to fix your phone.
I don't.
Fair.
Trying to do this.
Okay.
Have to make.
You are an ordained priest, you said. Yes, you're ordained priest. You're saying homosexuality in Africa goes back to the inception. That's what you said, yes?
They losing me.
Hello?
Um,
His phone's going down. But keep him on the line. Hopefully he'll just pop back in. 305, Rastafari Ministries. His phone dropped out.
she was white, black, Latin, Asian. I mean, just for particulars. Let me guess. Black,
I'm gonna set that. See if it goes back.
but probably white.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. 202. The number looks familiar. 202.
Can't smoke, but it's a price I can pay.
Good evening,
Yeah,
please.
why not?
Yes, no, maybe. 202. Okay, that number's not.
Bob, what's good?
Hey, good evening.
This is Crown from DC.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to hear from you. Right.
Nothing much,
With a
man.
black
I'm
lawyer.
here listening to you talking about the Puerto Ricans and the Jamaicans, and ironically, I have the Jamaican land next to me right here.
Okay, are you up to speed on the top story? Puerto Rican, first transgender, Grand Marshal, West Indian Day Parade.
No, I'm not up to speed. I'm not well versed in that subject. But the thing
Knew she
speaking
was
about
in
Jamaican, I
possession.
said I had to call in and just try to get my lady to talk. You know, you
Terminate.
probably control it like you normally do, but
Or give
you know,
her a
when you're on
chance
the
at your
phone.
own
If
life.
he wants to speak
That's
from
what you've been handed,
some
son.
knowledge, we would love to have
You
her.
can go,
You know,
yo,
I
whatever,
think it's,
fuck that,
it's
I'm good.
money
Alright,
mental.
try to, you know what I mean, find your way around the system with the monitor and all that.
Grand Marshal.
You could
You know,
I don't
it's
suggest
the
it.
entire West Indian.
finish this out, do what you gotta do, take up some trade school shit. You hear me? Take
Nah,
up some
you should, but
trades,
I think it's a good thing
nigga,
that
sit down,
I mean, it's a free country. So I
watch
think
some
it's a good
movies,
thing
nigga,
that
read
people
some
can hang
books,
out, whether we agree with it in mass or not.
enjoy life.
So I think that, you know, the
Handle.
gay agenda, the LGBTQ agenda, has influenced a lot of
She
these
said she
tethered
believes in you.
and wannabe hip hop historians to come out. And I think that's a good
And that's
thing as
coming
well,
from a
'cause we have
person
FBA
that
to,
sits on an
as
elevator
ladies,
seat
we
and
appreciate
judges
these
all of
people
us and
coming out
has judged
attending themselves on the Summer Jam stage.
previously before you
And
at
we
least
know
1,000
who
other brothers.
are allies and who are not. So we think that it's a good thing that the LGBTQ is
1,000
leading the
other
movement,
situations.
coming out, because we need to know who's against us and who's with us.
Right. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, son.
Good to hear
She
from you.
sound
man.
fair as fuck.
Anything else you want to mention or something you want to point to?
Cause you was jammed.
Nothing, just,
You know what I mean? Oh, you
said, and,
I don't know what you said, but you said the right shit.
Let's get it in.
Good to hear from you, Crown. Take care, man. Salute.
And if it broke down into interpreting that, you know what I'm saying, you was just looking out for your best interest because of your environment, That's
We're
understandable
also going to continue the conversation
in this day and
with
time.
Italians.
They can't deny that,
Contribute
but that don't also still make it legal. So we'd be in trouble.
I don't think so, but their influence has been crazy, huh? Can't deny that. Can't deny their influence for us.
That's because she believed in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself.
770, can you hear me? Good evening, 770. Good evening, 770.
Yeah.
How are you?
I don't know what
Can you hear me?
Indianapolis life is like. Really don't sound like much, but it could be all that. Nah, again, I don't know.
Are you there? Are you ready?
But get yourself free of that shit. They already gave you some sit down time right now, so.
They said we
And
can't do this.
you get good time with that, or you got to do the full 2 years.
Make the adjustments.
They already gave you a date
I gotta go.
with good behavior. You get that off in what, like a year,
Thank you.
possibly.
Okay.
Or you gotta do the full 2.
I have to get,
I don't know what
on my
Indianapolis
screen
laws be like.
www.easybladeshavingproducts.com. Please go there, check them out. Tell them I sent you. They're great products, and you see me holding up on the show. Yeah, okay. Right now, www.songsthatwork.info.
And the smoke factor,
910.
I already did that.
910. You are my
Forget that
last
shit.
caller.
Forget it.
910. Are you ready? Yes, no,
And I can say this from here. I don't need this shit. It's luxury. If I had to go without, I'd go without. Wouldn't like it.
You gotta pick it up. We can't hear you
But
on the headset. Yes,
especially if a nigga freedom
can't hear you on the
was in the
headset. Cannot
balance.
hear you on the headset.
I've done it already.
Hello?
Full 2
There you
years.
go. That's better.
From
Good evening.
clean
How
for
are you?
90 days, no drug test.
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. What do you want to chime in? The topic.
Oh,
That's a setup.
so I'm
That no
just
drug
going
test
to
shit.
jump
Niggas
straight
hit
to the
you.
point.
Yeah, but you said no. Yeah, random.
I personally feel
You
like
can't question
there
it. You
is
can't go get a lawyer.
a
You can't do
super
nothing. You gotta
crazy
go pee in that
agenda
cup. So stay clean.
when it comes to making America homosexual.
I used to be mad when my ninjas spin. Yeah, all
Okay,
you gotta do is drink 2 gallons of
I feel
water
like
before
as
you go
far
in.
Where
You just gonna be
the
pissing
agenda
water.
is forward, it is strong blackness. There's
I
a
would like to hear you, man, but you're on some type of a headset. Is there any way you can take it off just to finish up the call? I want to hear you. But we're losing you.
But yeah, man, take up
When you
some
drive
sort of
on that
trade,
train,
something
it's on, it makes it tough for us.
that'll benefit you.
I'm gonna try one more call. I want to get some.
I mean, sit down, come up with some legit money plans. If you're in a position to pay $8,000 to a lawyer, whether that came from the family or out your pocket, I'm sure you can gather a few more for some trades.
One thing that people are not
Some online, get some
making it
certificates, all
clear,
that time of fly.
notification on is majority of people from the region known as the Caribbean region are actually indigenous to South America and North America through their Mayan ancestry. The attack is on the indigenous Americans. This has nothing to do with nothing African. Matter of fact, Pan-Africanism was actually created by the gay community and the Jews as a form of brainwashing. If you actually, look into Marcus Garvey and his background, he was funded by the Fed, and that's why he was extradited and kicked out of Jamaica. That's number one. And the sister that just called in, she made a valid point with saying that there is a strong agenda they're pushing on heterosexual black men. So
Yeah, I wanted to hear her, but her phone was bad. She was saying some interesting things. But Can you bring it up to America? I mean, I respect what you're saying, but I want to focus on that parade. This is big, man. It's monumental. And I'm not sure if you saw the video in my community section, but the link that goes to the news channel.
Stack money and build knowledge.
You notice that? Or no?
Yes, I did.
Find yourself some hobbies.
You know. Yeah,
some
yeah,
shit
just to bring it forward.
wanted to do, had some interest in.
That is America. I mean, Central America, the Caribbean, that's all America. That's all one major lineage.
Well, North America. I want to focus on the
Sit
parade.
down and lock in.
Brooklyn, you know, North America.
No, absolutely.
It's easier said than done.
You look at Brooklyn,
But if you do that right from the door,
progenitor or
time will
was
fly.
seen as the state.
You don't sit around, idle mind. You might find yourself in some sort of situation, all sorts of distractions and shit.
Macho, super tough, you know, black men, you know, rapping intelligently and stuff like that, like most dance, solid quality. And so anything to really put a negative connotation on Brooklyn, because Atlanta's already got destroyed. If you look at Atlanta right now, you already got these Little Nas X and all this weirdo rainbow rappers come out of Atlanta. So the only stable place where heterosexual males is coming out as, you know, real intelligent men putting out content to elevate people's mind was Brooklyn. And so right now,
Well, now hang on a second, sir. Respectfully,
they don't do it.
respectfully. Biggie had transgenders in his videos. Did you know that?
What video you alluding to?
Troll Babies. Which one of those videos is that with Biggie? He had some crazy looking nigga in a crop top. Pardon me. I shouldn't say crazy.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well,
Stay there because
Biggie responded to Clive Davis.
bad boy. Let's be precise. Hold on. And Rastafari Ministries. Sit tight. I see you. Rastafari Ministries. Stay with me. What video was that? Was it Juicy? The Biggie had a zesty nigga up in the guy get video, man. So
My godfather produced that track.
Go ahead. You were saying that. I think it was Big Papa.
Yeah.
I don't remember the video.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really too familiar with Biggie's videos. I wasn't really a fan of Biggie, but yeah, I mean, their agenda is clear, man. Stop the people from reproducing. They're bringing in a lot of foreigners. They're bringing in a lot of, you know, Mexicans and stuff. They're gonna replace black people in Brooklyn. They're gentrifying it like crazy right now. So you can see the clear agenda. I mean, stop people from reproducing, take over the area, recolonize it. It's old.
I thank you for your call, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Folks, we have to know what video was that with Biggie? Yeah, that crazy nigga up there. Rastafari Ministries, are you back, sir? Are you back? You're my last caller.
Could you hear me, sir?
Now I can hear you, man. Thank you for calling back. You were saying
Yes, sir.
homosexuality. You were saying homosexuality started in Africa.
Homosexuality is part of the creation story going back to Osiris and Isis, what the African knows as Asar and Aset and Eru. Osiris's brother tried to rape his son, which is the heir to the throne, which is Horus. What we know in Africa is Heru. And the mother, stopped Set, which was the uncle, the war god, from raping the son, which let's rape the son, it would take away his manhood, he would not be able to sit on the throne. So Set wanted the throne.
Now hang on a second. Rastafari Ministries, I can respect what you're saying.
I have some
in layman's
respected
terms,
notoriety and mention
homosexuality started in
from,
Africa.
you
You're
know,
an ordained
hanging
priest.
out, chilling, but fame.
Absolutely. I mean, all good and bad started in Africa.
I mean, in the circle of
All good and
the
bad.
community, I guess there's no one you could speak to or nowhere you could go without mentioning my name and someone not knowing you were talking about me. So I guess if you would call that. But I don't.
Man Ben Gay. I'm breaking it down, ladies.
I don't own any of that. I don't take anything
Yeah, the
from that.
original man, he had to.
It's a small community.
Between good and bad. You understand? The original man had to between having a African-centered family or just total heaven?
Fame is what
Or whatever kind of, remember, God
some
is in you.
people
You have
were
freedom of
scared of me obtaining.
Okay. You understand? But the
And I
Africans have
appreciate that.
bylaws that make sure that everything
That's why
uniform
there's always interference on my
of the
channel.
family, which was a symbol of God.
Right.
Both the father and child.
Okay.
It's cool.
You understand?
Livelihood,
We never killed them in
you know,
or you
notoriety.
started a mental illness. So they were
Well, now hang on a second, Rastafari Ministries. I don't know about
We
that.
never
Because
planned
the Arabs
to.
went through Africa. Islam
fact of
or
the matter
die.
is-
Yes?
We've grown.
Islam or die.
None of us can stop
happened.
time.
I'm talking about
And in addition to that, we've grown together. Whether we've grown apart from each other or grown closer, we've all grown.
You understand? I understand.
This community's existence
Yes.
dates
God
8, 9 years now.
So that's why they
Whoa!
you know, you know,
Whoa! Rastafari Ministries. You just said the Arabs were homosexuals as well? You're an ordained minister.
of course, they promoted it. The way that they claim to women are producing. That's our tradition.
I know, I just want you to say it because if I say, he cap it. But you are an ordained minister.
I don't know. Dad, I always think, especially with the whole, I mean, you know, as you said, your heart fills is swallowed, but you speak a lot of truth to power.
Thank you, man.
Especially when it comes to Africans accepting so many different cultures.
So you know,
It was when you call it
already
out,
know
they
my
just
sentiments,
say,
my
"Oh,
vibe
yeah,
on the matter.
Right, yeah.
blah, blah."
And
And
they
ain't finna
cap
feed
it.
you no
That's what
bullshit.
I think it's they cap it.
Exactly. Exactly. But to me, it is a lot of truth that so-called, you know, conscious brothers are not standing for.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And I appreciate that.
Hey, man, I'm going to slide off. Good to hear
Listen
you,
to,
Rastafari Ministries. And,
the Star
I appreciate
Report.
the other
Good to
knowledge.
hear from you, brother.
You got
Thank
nothing
you.
but time now. You should check them out.
Good to hear from you.
Yes, sir. Salute.
On
man. Thank you.
YouTube, he has a channel.
I
Like
got
myself.
Rastafari Ministries.
Star Report, he's a older guy from New York. An
Hey, I
ex-broadcaster,
will see you
radio
guys. I'm not sure
personality.
about tomorrow. I've got some stuff to take care of. But enjoy your holiday in case I don't see you.
I check his show
Folks,
from time
please
to
pay
time.
attention to my community section.
I appreciate
Some of you
I
send
appreciate
me
that you
emails,
appreciate
thank
it,
you
man.
for
I
that,
don't.
but a lot of the times you're sending me stuff that we've already
A lot of
posted
people,
in the
you
community
know,
section, and stories get posted.
A lot of
that
times I
they're
got into
ours,
conversations with people as
and
of
then we
lately,
move them out
especially
because
since
I'm always moving
everybody's all about
advertisers back up to the top.
monetization,
And for anybody
views,
who
and
wants to be an
subs,
advertiser, just send me
and
an
you
email.
know, making $1 on the internet, which I don't knock them for. But
And hold on a second.
in a lot of those conversations that I've had with people, they're always to me like, you know,
But
you have this, you have that, why don't you do this and that, you know, monetize for money, boom, 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 boom.
come on.
And my response still remains the same. That wasn't my initiative. At best, I envisioned and foresaw merch. What is it? I just wanted to do what I do. That is chill. It varies in its definition, depending on the vibe. But funny thing, no cap, my last stream, I deleted it, but I was saying to a friend, my boy Shaman, one of my moderators, something to the effect that you know, if I could have had help with, if I could have helped with anybody that I've encountered over these past 9 years, then my job's done. You know, that's what I came at this with, to help other streamers and to help and encourage people that wanted to stream and just to help out people. Really though, and we all chill and kick it. You know. You said years. Shit can get different. And that's life. But I don't change. Not for the worse, always for the better. So the appreciation goes right back to you. If nobody ever listened or nobody ever texted up and spoke with me or no one ever appeared, it would be all for nothing. And plenty of times I also say, I continue to do what I do and keep my channel open regardless of the interference, because there's people that I know for years that I've built chemistry with. So I ain't just gonna go AWOL on them. You hit the lottery. You didn't get a notification, but you check. Oh shit! Oh hey, he on? Damn! All right, what's going on? You should have got a notification. You're subscribed as well. But like I said, there's outside interference. So it is what it is. Until we figure out how to counter all that, I'll still do what I do, which is what I always do. It seems more. It seems the more you longer try to change, the more they hate you. That, unfortunately, is a natural occurrence in life. The more positive you do, the higher level, the more negativity and the level of the negativity. That's a guarantee. At one point, I saw that as a whole curse. See, your perception of things in life are important. Flip that. But from whenever the first day was that you saw me at my stream, you saw me, you heard me talking, whatever the case, ain't nothing changed since. In the area of anybody trying to do something to me, nah. Ain't nothing happened to me. Me and my family, we good. You know, food, roof over the head, shit. Motherfuckers don't really want no problems. They just wanna. They can't help. They can't help themselves. They can't. I get it though. They don't. But fuck all that. You know, that's just tied in with the explanation of why things are the way they are. Sorry, not sorry. I couldn't be the idiot they needed. There's enough of them out here. And it really doesn't matter, because in all circles of life, I'm always the outcast. I'm always the black sheep. I'm always the different one. And see, it's instances like this one to just prove certain shit. To me, I ain't even out to prove nothing to them while they sit here and listen to us. It's self-affirmation. Easy. I was just talking with a friend about how therapeutic things can be, or when you have a positive network. They're here. This is proof of that. Everybody disappeared when they thought I was going to prison. Really enlightened me. Oh yeah. I could have told you that. But there's nothing like personal experience. It's nothing like it. Somebody could tell you something, but it's nothing like it. When your back's against the wall and there's bars in front of you, you find out who's in your corner. You really will find out who's in your corner when you're in a corner. I always did. And it ended right around your age. My latter 30s. And yeah, it enlightened me too. Deadass. Start to see people and shit different. You know what I mean? You get your own wake-up call. Oh shit. So-and-so who you thought was really down for everything and all that, where they at? They done moved on. You got locked up on Monday. They done moved on. They at the party on Friday. So let that be like, you know what I'm saying? Not even like. Let that be the wake-up call. For real. And on my last case, I spent rack money too. The nicest thing they did for me was allow me to adjourn the case for a while. But, you know, after all that, it's right back to the regular, which is you're a black man in this country. And game on. Game on. Shit, man. Whatever you're gonna get done, predominantly, get it done in silence. Everybody's against you. Not everybody, but most. Look at it that way, because it is that way. And that lady was a blessing. And just the fact that you was able to even, you know what I'm saying? Paying the case, whatever it was, and all that. They ain't playing with no weapons. Good thing you ain't had no gramarye attached to none of that. That would have been one of them situations where I'd like to help you, but, you know, my arms are kind of tied on this one. I'm going to have to go ahead and give you 5 years. And in a way, and in every way, that's a good thing. But in every way, no matter what, no matter how shit go, find a positive, no matter how negative. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. They dipped off. They ain't know you. Now watch them come. So you gonna? They probably ain't even gonna be paying you visits. You know what I mean, unless you got a little man cave like that, but ain't no more smoking. So you're gonna find out who in your corner, bro. You're gonna find out. You're gonna learn. But born alone, high probabilities you'll die alone. Ain't nobody else gonna handle your business but you on your own. So, lock that down. Since we on house lockdown, and like I told you, I ain't never get the chance for all that. That was not an option with me. But make the best of it, man. Make the best of it. Seriously. You know, and realize, even while you locked in away from shit gonna be distractions. Now that you can't smoke, I guarantee you're gonna be more focused. Watch. You're gonna be a lot more clear, sharper thinking, assessing things. You'll be alright. You'll be alright. And when it's all said and done, make sure you better than alright. Make sure you good. Mm-hmm. So, you've been here 9. Unless I somehow manage to get myself banned, which I stay conscious of not doing, I'll be here. You know what I mean? God willing. Still be around. And I do my thing, you know, as I was doing before. These weirdos decide to one day go get a life for themselves and stop interfering with my notifications going out, we'd all be a little bit better. Until that glorious day, I'm gonna stay underground with it. And as odd as it is to say, I'm glad to hear that's all you got. You know what I mean? I'm sure you got nothing, but better that than the alternative. And you and I both know the alternative. I wonder if they'll try to hand me down a copyright for playing back another YouTuber's audio. I'm good, dude. Appreciate the mention. You gotta be good too. Takes one to recognize another, right? Takes one to know one. Good guys in bad situations, man. Make for balanced understanding about things. I never claimed to be the baddest, the meanest, the toughest. Yeah. I'll argue with you about being the coolest. I won't even argue. Too cool about that. I'll be on my 70s cool shit. But I don't know what you is, and I'm low key mad, man. It's ill. Somebody else, another one of my friends, just got hit and they ain't smoking weed. So I was gonna be like, I'm going on my blunt run. I don't know if you want to roll one up. You know, that's my usual. But yeah, you can't do that. So I don't want to be a trigger, but we can always talk, man. And shit. That should be helpful for training. If you could sit and conversate with me while I'm sitting up rolling and you ain't smoking, and you may be wanting to and you see me enjoying, but you know better, that builds your strength. I had to do that shit. I did that shit. I remember being in a room with my brother and another ninja, and they was rolling a blunt and passed the shit to me, And just by reaction, how it reads, like, oh shit, oh goddamn. Fuck we do. Yeah, nah, I'm good. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna, you know what I mean, be a little challenge. Just take a look outside and around you and realize that's why you're not smoking. That time will pass. Look. 2 years. 2 years. Backtrack. We about to hit 23. Like, that shit is previously around the fucking goddamn corner, seriously. 2 years back is when they started this motherfucking pandemic shit. Which seems like yesterday, in a way. You know what I mean? It's been drawn out, but shit happened quick. Shit happened quick. Last 2 years have flown. And time is what you make it. And a lot of times like that. So again, get yourself a couple projects. You know what I'm saying? Make a list of some movies you needed to check out, whatever. You in the house. Be there. Because they going to be stopping by. Odd, random. Oh, we were just in the neighborhood. Want to make sure you were abiding by this and that. Curfew, whatever the case. I feel like listening to this. It's 39 minutes. Malcolm X in Los Angeles, May 5th, 1962. Who taught you to hate you? Who taught you to hate yourself? Father of 3. 37 and still feel like don't have a grasp on it. Side though. Respect your struggle. Respect your struggle. You good. And you follow. Not having a grasp on things is what they wanted, son. So I wouldn't point a finger of blame at you. And there's only but so many motherfuckers any old goddamn way that can be like, yeah, I got this in order, that in order, this, that, and everything good. I don't know them niggas. We all got problems. We all got situations. It ain't easy for none of us. Even the ones that make it look like it's easy. And sit down, chop it up with them. You find out some shit. And then blessings. That's the wake-up call, sir. 37 with 3. I got 3. 48. Got a lot of time to get to my time. I got 11 years. I'm gonna be alright, man. I'm gonna be alright. Take these next 2 for just off of what you saying, you sharing with me. That's real fucking talk, my nigga. That's real talk. I resonate with what you saying. I relate. I hear you. I dig, my nigga. I understand. I underdig. So, but now what? Because giving up ain't in the options. So, figure something out. The streets ain't the answer. Them shits ain't never give niggas nothing but problems. I happen to get some love out the shit I was saying to a friend of mine. That's a fucking rarity. You know, my earth. 20 years, we met in them streets. We meet nowhere else. We met in them streets that I so love to be in. time, my nigga. Fuck them streets. Yeah, I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know what you involved in, what you got yourself involved in, what you doing. Woo, woo, woo. Hey, I don't know, but I do know. 37 with 3. And off of what you said, gotta get something locked in. Now, me, I'll be doing the motherfucking lift. And I know, well, maybe again, I don't know. Maybe out in Indianapolis, you can still get your license, or you got your license, they didn't revoke it or something. I don't know what's going on, but I'm making decent income from it, so I would promote it to anyone else. Now again, I don't know what the motherfucking situation is, but the situation is this: we need some solutions. And they can be few and simple. You're just gonna have to go on and dedicate yourself the same way you're gonna dedicate that same energy you finna use to dedicate to keep yourself out here. Lend that shit to, also finding a new way out here. If the old shit ain't working, that don't necessarily mean you gotta, try to fix it. Cause some shit be broke forever. Took me a minute to learn that. And I went in and out so many goddamn times, nigga. Jail was an entire revolving door. And I was nothing more than a motherfucking businessman to the motherfucking commodity, nigga. To the whole franchise. So, you good and you're gonna be alright. You good and you're gonna be alright, man. It's that tough point right here. It's that tough point, that's all. You know what I mean? It could get a little worse. But hopefully not. You know what I mean? Aim for the better. Aim high. Powers that be, see your actions, see your response. Actions speak louder than words. You know what I mean? Spike Lee, man, do the right thing. Whatever that means, properly, that you can agree by, like, yeah, you know what, this is right, this is right, this is right, this is right. Ain't no wrong in this, doing this. Apply yourself there. Find that spot. Or don't put yourself in a position where the motherfucking environment forces you to recreate yourself somewhere else. Come back, they don't even know you no more. Nah, go ahead and recreate yourself before you get a, extended vacation. You dig what I'm saying? Niggas go on 5, 2, 3 year bids. Come back, the whole hood change. Shit ain't what it used to be. Life ain't what it used to be. Just that short a period of frame of time. Years ago, I was thinking, so y'all came in and asked me about to be the drug test. I'm trying to think, what did I tell you? Man, don't even waste your time with that shit, because I don't have the pass the drug test answers and shit. I tell you, abstinence is the best. And, for what you want. See? And look, check this groovy shit out. It's random, but it fits. I haven't, and not for any in particular reason, except my own decision. Really do. But I haven't had any alcohol this entire year. A few times throughout the year, I was at low spot. Give me a fucking bottle. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go get me a fucking bottle. I ain't been drinking all year. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm on right now. I'm not finna fuck that up. So, I mean, it's all in the mind, man. Mind over matter. What did I tell you back then? I know I didn't tell you. Yeah, what you gotta do is I probably told you some shit. You told me just don't put yourself in that situation. Critical thinking. That's what we do here. Processing and critical thinking. Situation. Put yourself in a jam, then you're gonna be in a jam. It's real, so you know what I mean? We ain't even making rockets around here, man. This shit's simple. Real talk. And of course, it's easier for me to say it than for you to do it. It's easier said than done. I didn't say there wasn't gonna be some sort of challenge. I'm just trying to give you the fuel you need and the energy. But the more, you know what I mean, you put shit in its proper light and perspective and handle shit the hard way, the easier it'll be. You start looking for shortcuts and shit trying to get over, oh, if I could just, maybe, you're gonna end up paying for that shit. Some way or another. Never fails. I did it enough time to know. Speaking from experience. So, I tell you, keep yourself out of these situations, man. Life ain't fun sitting in jail. Nope. Like I said, I ain't never do that house arrest shit, but I could imagine for myself how that would go. And I'd be cool with it. I'm gonna be cool as fuck with this shit. Hold up. What, the jails is overcrowded, they ain't got room, whatever the case. You showing mercy? Thank you. You ain't never gonna do this again. This the learning lesson, the living learning lesson, my nigga. And the indifference with me and you on said scenario, if you will, a little bit, I got it all out the way before the kids. Kind of like, I had one, she was over there overseas. I didn't have my kids that I got now. They came in after. They were like, you know what I mean, insurance that, nigga, you can't go back. Yeah. Cause I get that I don't give a fuck attitude so damn easy. I ran with the niggas that helped invent that. They create that shit. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen. You're gonna find something in that dark alley on this demon time while you trying to tiptoe. They take a shortcut on some said supposed to be righteous path. Nah, they walk the hard way. And as you walk to the valley of death, fear no evil. That's what I heard. That's what they be saying and shit. Comes a time you gotta do that shit. saying when it's an actual reality. Don't get caught up in fucking limbo. Don't get caught up by distraction, confusion, your own personal misguide, peer pressure, anger, rage. Any one of these things, I have you sitting in a cell, nigga. What? Quick. Be a whole little puzzle of them, a whole little conglomerate of shit. You know, get a little gallery of understanding of why you in prison. Then it'd be too late. And niggas you doing time with don't want to hear that shit. They know it too. Better to correct yourself than allow corrections to get involved, even though they already involved. So we done call this the last dance, my nigga. That's how I felt. Made a promise to myself never to see the inside of another jail cell. I got one exception. I could do a little 45 for a bar fight or some type shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't even go to bars. I don't even put myself in them situations. I'm just saying. If push came to shove, I'll repeatedly punch somebody in the face and go to jail behind it. You still get that from me. But selling drugs, whatever, nah, not me. We good. He's got too much time out of me. Good morning, sir. Definite. I was just saying to Buddy, what was that, 3 days ago, 2 days ago? It was at one point they had got collectively 15 out of me. You know, detentions, juvie, adult, the county, whatever the fuck you want to call it, nigga, incarceration, prison. Where dinner, breakfast, lunch is being made for you, you can't leave, people telling you what to do, in prison. Smooth 15. Easy. And it was done right back in the system. My thing was I get out and thought that I had to be better at what I was doing, not realizing they was shutting the game that I was playing down on everybody. It wasn't about being slicker, it was about getting the fuck out the game. But again, you know, in this day and time, I completely look at it as a setup by my government and the politicians of New York. Dumbass. Break the emergency glass. Instead of going on a blunt run, I'll just vape for a second and then ultimately go on my blunt run. But for certain, do the time, don't let the time do you. You in the free world doing the time, that's the best place to do it if there is any time to be done. And renew your vows, bro. Renew your personal promises. You got out no nonsense, you wasn't going back. Right. And here we are in 2022. So what happened was, whatever, Let's renew the vow, you heard? Like, yeah. Always make the right move before it's too late. Once it's too late, it's too late. I remember walking the yard with two different lifers, a grown man and a 19-year-old kid. They both had the same message for me. You get out of here and come back. This ain't no place for you. This ain't no place for us. Just what they want. Don't fall into their trap. Both of those individuals I gave a pack of cigarettes to. You know, good looking on the gems and the concern. I feel you. I hear you. So, if I could have anything to do with a ninja or ninjas today, averting making it to the yard and getting a word from a lifer, I'll do so. That was so cool, like. Hayes used to joke, yo, man, that nigga sound like Malcolm X, sound like Martin Luther King, like as if that was some sort of insult. It's a good thing in my book. That's what's up. Thanks for the mention. The difference between me and them. Many. Those are honorable men that did honorable things. That's not to insinuate I'm not an honorable guy, but they have their accolades. My accolades don't even match or reach because it's not, noticed. But whatever. The difference I know. They were assassinated for their truth. They were assassinated for what they were looking to teach and pass on to their people. With the outside interference here, that's the relate of it. But I never want a bullet in my head for trying to help out my community. Just doesn't seem just. Rather be around with the community. Quite honestly, taking it off of us, it's responsibility, whether white, black, Latin, Asian, whatever your cultural background. Staying out of jail is every man's mission. But we also know that some of us belong in there. But if you're a good person, not to get too far out with it, but if you're a good person in the right and just have struggle on your plate, jail is something you need to keep on your mind. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, you can devise some sort of hobbies, plans, and this, that, and the third, you'll be alright, bro. As motherfuckers without plans, or the wrong plans, rather, they get caught up. And on that note, my plan is to go get some blunt wraps. It's 4:04. I need to be rolling a blunt by 4:20. 16 minutes. Whoever you are out there, if you cool, I'll be right back. If I don't happen to see you, stay safe, stay smart, stay up. Dawn of a new week, new energy, new movement, man. Forward progress. Other than that, I will see you shortly, and I bid you good morning, evening, whatever time it is in your zone. Now I'm in GTA making some other cars. The dispensary's closed right now, so I'm waiting for them to open here. 6, 7, 8. What time do they open there? The earliest here they open is 8 o'clock. There's one that opens at 8, but normally 9. But I'm good. I have a fucking entire ounce, just no wraps. So 10 in the morning. Damn near fucking mid-afternoon. Oh man, the anxieties. But yeah, give me time. I'll be right back. Y'all know the routine. And hey Google, play some rap instrumentals.
Sure. Here's a YouTube music playlist called Free Type Beats 2019. Rap Trap Type Beats. Hip Hop Instrumentals 2019.
Like having Xfinity internet with supersonic Wi-Fi? It's fast, like beyond gig speed fast.
Get the new Xfinity Supersonic Bundle. Gig internet with a 2-year rate guarantee and no annual contract, plus a free streaming box and add Xfinity Mobile. Switch today.
Do you think they need to bring them to us on like a fancy tray, like the
Think of like a platter.
we need a maitre d'?
Yes, Joffrey, I'll take another, please. Sonic Chop House Cheeseburger.
Heavy on the chop house, please.
Aioli.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
It's easy to see what makes Colorado special, but people lose sight of that in Washington. Not Michael Bennett. He's fighting to protect our public land. I'm not a Democrat, but I support Michael because he's focused on us.
So that's the It's fucking electric. It's faster than the goddamn charger I had.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
So who amongst y'all still here? Roll call. Okay. I never had coffee with honey. But coffee sounds good. And I swear to God, I was gonna say I was gonna grab a coffee. But I was like, oh, that'll add to my time and I probably should do it later. But I'm gonna stay up and go back to work at some point before I go to bed. A cup of mud sounds good. I think I'm gonna go with that cinnamon.
Purchase your tracks.
Shit doing. What the fuck? God damn it. My dog just scared the shit out of me. I could have sworn he was in the room with them. And he just came walking out the room. How'd you do that? Right? You some sort of hellhound? You pulling off tricks and shit? Walking through doors, motherfucker?
Purchase your
I
tracks.
still don't know how he did it. Maybe my lady opened the door and let him out. What, you wanna go for a walk? Yeah? Is that the plan?
Purchase your tracks.
And it's funny because I was thinking about my dog on the way to the store. I saw this lady on Instagram. She put CBD oil was like happier. And I was just wondering if I should try that with him. You did eat that gram of weed, huh? And he always around me when I'm smoking, like, see, it's like my unspoken smoke partner here. My coffee ready now. Give me 1 second, be right back. Banana zittles. So what's going on with current events? Any new news? Aside from the usual. I know I heard something yesterday, but I forgot what I heard. Tiffany Haddish situation. Haven't heard anything about that. I wouldn't know. I ain't getting no money from him. I ain't got a penny from YouTube yet. Thus, additionally, why YouTube and I have problems. Pretty sure. I've decided not to work for them. I've decided not to not curse, not listen to music. That's pretty much really it that I didn't like. That kind of went against me being me. I don't curse intentionally, like try to use it, but I do curse, so. don't know why I just saw YT. I didn't see Lyft. I thought you asked me this YouTube pay. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Good. Tonight, earlier this evening on a Monday, I went out for an hour, made $33. Right now, I'm in a zone. That's why it's pink. I'm sitting in a zone that's $4. There's a $6 rise, so that will be $10 if I cut on right now, automatic. With the possibility of that person in the $6 fare getting a tip. Normally that would be like a $5 tip, so $15 is waiting for me right now if I wanted to. And that's just for starters. So, and then it says that's 4 minutes away. They're 4 minutes away. I don't know how long their fare is, but at most 20 minutes. I've been doing this now for 4.5 years. If it wasn't good, I wouldn't be doing it. Let's just put it like that. Niggas can think, well, oh, he don't work, because they don't see me work. That's just stupid. Just because you don't see something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. How many people believe in God? I go to work right now. I'm my own boss. Self-employed. No one tells me when to work, how to work, what the fuck to do. I have no co-workers, managers, supervisors. Or anybody on my job site that I see every day to bring about a nuisance and build a chemistry to which we're going to argue and end up fighting and losing our jobs over. Like most jobs that I've been to. Somebody at the job site I've always got a problem with. Do you get crazy motherfuckers? No. That's a whole misconception. You know what that is? That's old taxi. That's old New York taxi stories run amok. You don't need no crazy people. Who the fuck? You have to have your credit card lined to this. I get my money off that when you get in the car. Once you've got in and it's like, you're you, okay, lucky, that's you. Lucky? All right. And I go, bing, I'm paid. So we can't have any problems. And there's no reason for you to be getting crazy. Because all your craziness will get you as a possible ass whooping from me and kicked off the motherfucking program altogether. Now you ain't got no more car service. You gotta go to Uber. You might be kicked off there too. Who knows? I don't. But dead ass, look, let me show you. Just drop to before it hits my government. See the number to your left, I guess would be 4,886 rides. And now one crazy motherfucker. The only crazy motherfucker amongst them 4,886 instances was me. Yours truly. I'm the crazy motherfucker, and if anything, motherfuckers recognize the vibe when they get in the car. and act accordingly. Crazy or not. I'm not the driver you want to get crazy with. Respectfully, just off the rip. When you get in the car, it's what you see. You're lucky? Okay. See this right here? It's crazy enough. You don't want to fuck with the driver. Leave the driver alone. He's on some shit. You feel me? I gamble every day and pay all my bills. Crazy, right? But it works. I'm not much of a gambler in that sense, but I do gamble. I do play the risk game. My job is a risk game. A certified crazy motherfucker could get in the car. God forbid somebody Abraham Lincoln me. That means they gonna die too. But I don't like thinking about all that shit. Because furthermore, by law of Lyft, I can't be armed and neither can my passengers. That's something we've all agreed to. So, I also have the classic divider. The classic New York City cab divider. It's like, it's thin, but it's like a thin layer of plexiglass between me and my clients. I opt for people to sit up front. I ask them to leave a cash tip. We all good. It's funny, whenever I have someone up front, if it's a female, it's whatever. But as soon as it's a dude, I'm defensive. I'm ready to just like fuck that person up and my mind completely switches over. Like, okay, if they get stupid, you know, because if somebody from behind gets stupid, they got to go through this whole little fucking thing that's attached to the headsets, and it's a hard deal. Nobody's ever tried, but yeah, there's some resistance on it. I've tried. But predominantly, no. This community here, there's crazies. Colorado's known for its mass shooters and shit, right? But everything's been groovy. Everything's been groovy. The way I vibe with y'all, complete strangers, even though we've known each other, you know, come to know each other over time, still the stranger aspect, but don't focus on that. But the way that I vibe with people on the internet, just social, how I'm social, you know, applies directly the same to my job. Who I am here, I'm the same person I am off the internet that I am on the internet, but some more as far as off. Again, I apply things appropriate for where they need to be and what they should be. But respectfully, in the car, if one of the clients are talking to me, they're going through some shit, I give them advice. Hey, listen, whoop, wop, 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 you know, count this for your blessings, you know. No shit. I had two brothers in the car somewhere, I think around the beginning of the year. One of them was a fireman. He lost his job because of someone else there, and he was talking suicidal, like literally. Not like he wanted to, he had. And his brother explained to me, yeah, he did. And, you know, I fucking chopped it up with them. They got out the car, they were super thankful and, you know, needed that talk. He was saying There was things that I was saying that his brother was saying that he wouldn't hear from his brother, but he completely accepted from me because I was a stranger. And as humans, most of us are like that. We'll accept a lot more quicker from a stranger than we will our family. We rebel against what our fam tells us most of the time. But if a stranger comes and tells you the same thing, you'd be like, yeah, you know, one of my family members was telling me that. You know what? They were right. You're right. Yes, you can go on. Seems like it would take a toll on your car. But one day, somewhere, this will all turn into, it already is, but a more accessible, glorious thing. That's all. We was just fucking with the access. We already got the glorious. We're the glorious bastards. But yeah, that's been, I've been holding it down with that, through that for the last 4.5 years. And it ranges hourly. Anywhere, the lowest could be 15. The most, it's no saying. But if we're gonna put it in a ballpark figure, like as far as for wages and rates and, you know, there's a lot of fares going at this point in time within this hour, a good hour. And I'm gonna go ahead and include tips. 50, 60 bucks. Easy. thriving little city that it is. That's what I was told about it when I got here 10 years back, and I've sat and watched it do just that. Now I'm thriving with it. I drove us all the way here. I drove from New York to here. Then while I was here, I drove from here to California. So I did the whole coast to coast thing, driving wise, east to west. Also did the same thing, north to south. I've driven to Florida and back up to New York. Officiated driver. Driver's my job, my passion. I was thinking earlier, like, it's not work. I was thinking on some sarcastic shit. Nigga don't work. No, you right. For whoever would say that, right? They're right. I don't work. Fuck you mean? I get paid to do what I love. I'm chilling, driving. I mean, you know, respectfully, yeah, it's work. But to me, it's just a means. And more so, I don't get mad at work. And trust, I get versions of trolls. Real life trolls. People who jump in a car and they don't like me. You know, for whatever reason, you know, the music I'm listening to, whatever, or they want to just be egregious. They want to be, you know, a nuisance as much as they can. You know those kind of people. I handle them easy. It's all good. It's nothing but a matter of time. And every minute that pass by and every light I pass is we're getting closer to you getting the hell from around me. kept the ticket for the longest. I met Lil Wayne. To be honest, in my opinion, games haven't been that exciting. To me, they haven't really proved much. It seemed like they were focused way more on the console than the games. Hey, Lucky, you on Instagram? Nah, no social media. You know, funny thing is, I think if I wasn't here, I'd be in a position to say the same thing. But being here, up in the mountains, away from city life, hell yeah, social media. Appreciate you checking in. Stay safe out there. Check back in. You know what I mean? I'm always here. Keep you in my mention and prayers as well, man. Figure as much, do right, it'll be alright. Roger that, man. Show love. All right, man. Peace out.